Very aggressive for this game. Oh yeah, I was playing this lady. I've completely forgotten. What am I doing? Also, the game is not captured. Okay. Mana? Yeah, okay. Also, was I in this corner for this game? Anyway. What was I doing? I should head to the rat house. Something a question, don't know what kind. Okay. So should I go to the rat house then? Oh. You. Yes? I'm Hallerbrand, the Lord's gamekeeper. Why are you grazing pigs in the woods? I'm not. That's not my pig. I've been walking around this forest for hours. Other than the charcoal burner and the tinker, you're the only person I've seen. If the pig doesn't belong to you, what are you doing here? Does everyone have to justify being in the woods? If I think you're stealing the Lord's wood or illegally grazing your pigs, yes. Alright, let me ask a different question. Whose pig is this? I don't know, the pig was in the woods when I came in here. Ah, a mysterious lost pig, who apparently belongs to no one. I suppose so. Okay! If I find any more pigs in these woods, I kill them on the spot. And those who brought them here. Do you understand? Yes? Yes. Good. Remind your neighbors what happens when you break the Lord's laws. What a douche! Holy, that was a... That was quite a start to this, getting back into this game. I knew the Lordsmen patrol these woods, but I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so strict. I suppose I should consider myself lucky. Anyway, time to get out of these woods and back to work at the rat house. Aw, poor piggy. What would it... Oh, he's still... Hey, Magdalene. Yeah. He's still catching froggies. That we don't know what you're gonna do, like, use them for. What's the rat house? Was it up there? Yeah. Work on mural. Oh yeah, that was what I was doing. Ats. Hey Max, how's the mural coming along? For Christ's sake, Ats. What? How many times do I have to tell you? Use my proper name. Oh, right, sorry. Anyway, Magdalene, how's the mural going? Doesn't look like much yet. Of course it doesn't look like what would you know about it, Ian? Well, of course it doesn't look like anything now. I only just finished priming the wall. Now I have to decide what to depict. It's hard to piece together the history of Tassing when it happened so long ago. Since the Abbey library burned, I can only rely on stories from people around Tassing. Even what I could find about the Romans and pagans was obscure. I had to go into the old salt mine to find anything. At least now I know what to paint for the first part of the mural. So, what is it? Oh god. I spotted too Smokey told me a story about the god of Mars, one of Tasia. Il Peter, remember, Gardner found in mind. Showed our answer and made human sacrifice to peace, Percha. Well, I'll use the pottery, I think. I'm sure Father Thomas will approve, but I don't know. Just sounds kind of boring. So what made you choose the story anyway? Strong connection requires it. Things that they found is the most real. It would be too risky. Things that they found is the most real. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Other stories might feel like they don't really have anything to do with us. Thanks for explaining it. Of course, I want you all to understand why I'm making these choices. Well, now that I figured this portion of the mural out, I better start thinking about the next section. I'll leave you to it, Mags. Magdalene. Good night, Utz. Good night, Magdalene. So is she painting it now? No. What? Now that I've decided how to depict Tassing's earliest history, I should decide how to paint Kirsau's history. Mother Illuminata's letter mentioned that Matthew Fajlizal used to be a brother in Kirsau. She said he knew a great deal about the abbey's history. I should write to him and ask him what he remembers. Oh, and I have Esther's letter to answer too. I should write to them both now before bed. Oh, before I write... Oh, hey, I'm to scare you. How's it going? Thank you so much. Hello. I was just getting you just busting in here going, subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Oh, before I write, I should read an old book Brigitte gave me. Maybe I'll learn something Pentiment for the murals. Alright, where to begin? Right, the old book. It was the Baron's before Martin stole it. How's everything going? How's work? When the Romans, having conquered the town, built up the walls around it, they established many temples here. This is harder to read than I thought. The book isn't in great shape either, since it's been sitting in a farmer's house for so long. That's true. Let's see. Oh, here's a section about the various dedications erected in the town. That might be easier to read. Ergo simulacrum in agri ut Mars nostrum. Oh my god, Latin. I raise a vision in a field so that Mars may behold our work. Huh. Said it Diana. Oh, I can't read Latin. Diana sat in place with water oozing up from herself. What does that mean? Blah 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 blah. Let us pray so that he or she may defend the town. None of this really makes any sense. Maybe someone with better Latin than me could help me read it. The book is so big, though. It would be a lot of work. I could ask Sister Gertrude or Who was Balthus? Oh, okay. I think I remember who that is. Werner, too. He's much better Latin than anyone else in town. Is that a doctor? Yeah. Maybe even Father Thomas, even though Dad warned me not to bother him with secular books. Chances are slim they could help, but it might be worth asking about. I should finish writing my letters first. Oh, I'm Tiska. This is Pentiment. I've been trying to finish this game for a long time. So I play it only on Mondays to just try and finish it. Because it's such a lot, like, you reach a point where you think, like, oh, the game's done now. No, it turns out there's, like, 6 more hours of it at that point. So, and I just feel like I've gotten this far. I like the game, it's just too long. But there's no voice acting or anything, it's just, like, you have to read. So that's kind of the hindrance of it being, like, a good stream game, I guess. Because I'm not good at making voices. And also there's a lot of characters in this. And like the writing's quite what do you call it? Since they mix in a lot of old timey shit, so it's kind of difficult to just read normally at times and be like, yeah, I know what that is, because they also mix languages, so it's a bit complicated to just like. But I gotta finish it. I don't know. I still probably have like 3 more hours of it. Mother Illuminata told me that Matthew knew some of the abbey's early history. He's the Archdeacon of Sion now. I should write to him before the snows come. I'll write to Esther too. Most revered, Archdeacon, yeah, see that. My name is Magdalene Druckerin. I'm the daughter of Tassing's town printer, Klaus. My father and I are creating a mural for Tassing's rat house. We want to show the history of the town, the abbey. Mother told me that you might be the best person to ask. I heard that you were sacristan and knew a great deal about the abbeys. Yeah, let's that. I understand you are a busy man, but we would be most appreciative of any information you could give us. If you know of any other places where we might learn about the abbey's history, we would appreciate it. I know it may small, but there are many in Tasman who regret what happened during the revolts. Sure. Sister Gertrude is still here with the poor Clarice, and she speaks fondly of the old abbey. Thank you for your help, Magdalene. It's basically a whodunit. Like, people are getting murdered, and like you think you figured out who kills people, but then it's like, no, it's probably not that person, and blah 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 blah. It's the whole thing. Esther, please forgive me for not writing sooner. So much has happened since I last wrote. Even as my last letter was en route to you, Dad was attacked in the workshop in the middle of the night. He survived, thank God, but his injuries are oh yeah. Her dad got attacked and he's like dying. I worry about him. He's so dizzy he can't get out of bed. Some days his eyes become foggy and his memory fails him. Dr. Stoll said that he's not going to recover, that it's only a matter of time before he succumbs to the injury. He's going to do the best he can to make things comfortable for Dad. I'm glad he's here to help. I have no idea who could have wanted to attack my father or why. I found a note by him too. All it said was stop. It wasn't from the shop because the script was written in the most elaborate hand I've ever seen. No, I'm just like, this game is, yeah, I don't know, because I feel like it would have been great if it was the amount of time that I thought it would be, or like when I thought it would stop and then it would stop at that point. That would have made sense. The fact that it's like 6 more hours after that, it does not make sense. But at that time, I've already, because it's a whodunit kind of thing, so I kind of want to know if they're gonna tell us who the murderer is. So that's why I keep playing it. So they do have a good kind of hook, I guess, but it is way too long. No one in Tassing has such skill in script as far as I know. And anyway, I don't have the time to wonder about it. I've had my hands full running the workshop alone while tending to Dad. What's more, the town council intended to cancel the mural entirely. I had a hell of a time convincing them to let me paint it instead. They made a fuss about my being too young, not experienced enough, not strong enough to be on a scaffold. Thanks. You know how it is. I suppose I shouldn't have expected it. I mean, at both these are kind of mean. I suppose I shouldn't have expected any better than... Can't wait to leave this place. Maybe it's the coming of winter, but Tassin gets more and more cramped. I've had enough of everyone asking me about the mural and doubting my skill. Working on the mural has been a welcome distraction from the naysayers and my chores. I'm worrying about that. That's just been coming over under the pretense of helping me prepare my paints too. It's sweet and I'm glad for the company. He makes the days easier. I'd like to have the whole mural finished by Christmas if I can. I just want to finish it in time for Dad to see it. It would mean so much to him. If Dr. Stolz is right, I don't know how long I'll have. I hope you're faring better than we are here. All my love, Magda. What? Translation. What are we doing now? There's a down. I should go to bed. Oh, okay. Sleep. Late. I should get some rest soon. Go to sleep. What? That was a long time. Mr. Struckerin, a few more letters for you. Mr. Postman. Take care. Thank you, sir. Safe travels. Ta! Who's this from? First letter is from Reverend Matthew. Mr. Strickern, I was not acquainted with your family during my years at Kearsarge. Even so, I remember your father was one of the townsfolk who prevented the peasantry from burning us alive. I am not overly inclined to assist the people of Tassing in their endeavors to catalogue the origins of the abbey they destroyed. However, it was a long time ago. In the interest of posterity and Christian charity, I will tell you what I recall. Some time after the Romans left, Christians settled in the region and built Kearsarge Abbey and on the ruins of a fortress. The abbey was founded by a noblewoman of the Kearsarge family. She was both its patron and its first abbess. Perhaps 2 centuries ago, Kearsarge changed to being run by an abbot. I do not know the reason, but many other Dublin monasteries did likewise around the same time. It may have been done out of fear of being shut down, as Dublin monasteries were frowned upon by the Pope. By Dublin monasteries, do you mean like they have both women and men, or like, I don't really get it. Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. Your neighbors put any other records about the abbey to the torch. So, yeah. Thus burned the history of Kearsarge. While we cannot change the past, I have heard that Sisters of the Poor Clares... What is that? I thought it was a person. This evening? No, I'm just going till 5, 5 our time, as usual. Mondays through Tuesdays, it's this time till 5, my time. And then Wednesdays, it's this time till 6, my time. And then Thursdays and Fridays, it's late. I did put up a schedule on Twitch, so it's about those times, Oh shit, I didn't read it. Order of Contemplative Nuns founded by St. Clare and Francis of Assisi, as the name suggests. The poor... How do you pronounce the Poor Clares? Clares? Are devoted to extreme poverty. They subsist purely on the donation of alms. Oh, okay. I can only hope that their love of apostolic... That was so difficult to say. Poverty has not driven them to impoverish the shrine of St. Moritz. Oh yeah, Matilda, no worries. Thanks for showing up. I'll just be here reading anyway. Assuming they have not consigned the contents of Kearsarge's former occupants to a bonfire, you may find something there. It is hard to be overjoyed at the news of your neighbor's late regrets. Many of the injuries inflicted 18 years ago will never heal. Regret cannot undo what has been done, but we can all find redemption through Christ. You must pray for love and reconciliation in the days ahead. In the end, that is all that matters. Winter comes swiftly. Huguenots and Lutherans plague my homeland. What the fuck are these? Lutherans I know, but a group of French Calvinists known for their vocal and sometimes violent opposition to... Oh, okay, interesting. Never heard of them. Thank the Lord you still live in a land ruled by the one true church. I hope this has been of some help to you and yours. May God keep and protect you. The Most Reverend Matthew Fausa, Archdeacon of Sion. Another reply from Esther. Esther looks so nice. Oh, and her frown turned. Okay. Oh, Madeline, I'm terribly sorry to hear about your father. My parents send their deepest condolences. If we can provide you anything from Prague, you need only send word. I've been to Prague. I know we are further away than is easy to travel, but I will see that we can do what oh, they're Jewish. Yeah, allows. Father says that he remembers no one who would want to harm your father. Yet the night I was born, he remembers great strife in the town. Perhaps there is old blood over depicting the night of the revolt. That is all he could suggest. We pray for you and your father every day in our offerings. Hashem will make all things right in time. He will exact justice on the culprit. I am encouraged to hear that the town council let you continue the mural at all. The guilds here would protect your right to complete a job, especially once a contract has been reached. You will like Prague much better than Tassing, I think. Truly, I cannot wait for you to visit. But I am glad that you have found some joy in your work on the mural in the meantime. We are all well here. Elisha has been carving a new set of woodcuttings, and Father has agreed to a new contract with the university. I found Seamund. His family didn't move far away after all. I don't remember who that is. He's planning on working as a doctor in the city once the expulsion order ends. His parents have been meeting with mother and father quite often now, so I hope that I will be sending good news in my next letter. With Hashim's help. I don't know how to pronounce it. Hashem? Please inform us of your father's condition in your next letter. Be well, Esther. That's all the letters I have for now. I should head home and check on Dad. Okay. Good morning, Madeline. I'm here right on time. I hope you are well. What a thing to say. Look, I'm here. I'm on time. Yeah, good. You're a doctor. You should be on time. Well enough. How's my dad? That's what we were about to discuss. How are you feeling, Klaus? His fever broke at dawn this morning. That's good news, right? All things in time, I still feel weak. The dizziness has not receded. My head continues to spin whenever I try to sit or stand up for too long. Occasionally, I'm struck with sudden and severe headaches. The damage was deeper than I first thought. Let me be honest here with both of you. I'm worried. The circumstances are not unfolding to our benefit. I mean, you already told me he's gonna die. Plus, your health is not mending. Perhaps it's due to your age. Perhaps we have passed numerous critical days with no change for the better. Meanwhile, the winter draws closer and I am running low on medical supplies. With the roads into town likely snowed in, especially the pass, supply shipments will not arrive for months. Have you asked Gertrude for help? I have. Truly, things really must be dire. They are not insignificant. It has been a difficult year. Even with the patrols in Bavaria, many merchants have been struck by bandits. French troops have periodically raided the western holdings of our empire. With the fall of Esztergom and that's a word I cannot, or place I cannot say, to the Ottoman Turks, many trade routes from the east have been cut. The pillage of Nice by Barbarossa's corsairs and our losses in Italy have also put us into a predicament in the south. As always, we suffer from the wars of others. What are we to do now? Klaus has to continue with rest and a healthy diet. I will see what more I can find in my library. I wish I already had a copy of Vesalius de Humani Corporis Fabrica. In the meantime, Klaus, Magdalene, pray to God. I must take my leave. I'll come by again next week. Bye. Thank you, Dr. Stolz. I thank you as well. I'm only doing what I'm meant to do for this town. Stay out of trouble, Magdalene. I mean, yeah, he worries too much. I'll be alright. You want anything to eat before I leave for the day? I'm working on the next section of the mural today. I'm not so hungry right now. I'll be alright. Your letter from the Archdeacon. Yes, that's right. What did you learn from him? He seemed sad over what happened. No, he didn't have much to say. He was still upset about the Abbey's destruction. He did say the Abbey was founded by a noble woman after the Romans left everything else burned in the fire. How unfortunate. I know the brothers kept careful records of the monastery, so much lost in one line. The Archdeacon did suggest that poor Clarice might have held on to some of the records from the convent. I should be able to learn more about Tassing's Christian history there. An excellent place to start, Madeline. Sister Gertrude doesn't come out of the convent much, but I think it's worth asking her. Maybe Father Thomas knows something too. I should talk to him. If I recall correctly, the miller's wife has a long family history in Tassing. She may know something of the local history that the others have forgotten. Elsie? I thought she moved here when she married. She doesn't have any relatives in town. Not anymore. Age, illness, and marriage took the rest of her family. But the Caviezel's used to live all up and down this valley. Go talk to her. Oh, thanks, Dad. Maybe something remained in the Abbey's ruins. I should definitely see what's left. Madeline, you be careful. Those ruins are dangerous. They can't be that dangerous. Yeah, the ruins have been sitting there for almost 20 years. You know, I don't like that place. It'll crumble into nothing one of these days. I won't stop you. Just be safe and wear a scarf too. It's getting cold out now. I can feel it in my bones. Don't worry, Dad. I'll see you tonight, alright? Alright, good luck. Ugh. I assume we're gonna end up in more trouble. What? So, Gertrude... What did she say? Gertrude, the miller's wife. Father Thomas. Right. Father Thomas should be up here. I think. There he is. God bless you, Magdalene. And God bless you, Father Thomas. Do you have a moment? Of course, what can I help you with? I wanted to ask you about Tassing Saints. I'd like to represent them in the Rat House. I'm thrilled to hear it. The Saints will make a wonderful centerpiece for the murals. You misunderstand, Father. I may incorporate them, but there are other possibilities. Then I will endeavor to convince you to include them. But you know there is one saint you're overlooking. Why, the Blessed Virgin, of course, Mary. Many people forget that Mary is the greatest saint, and she visited one of the peasants here in Tassing centuries ago. The Virgin Mary appeared in Tassing? Why? Yes, she appeared to give a message. Centuries ago, a farmer in the fields behind us had 3 visions of Mary. In the first, she told him that she wanted him to tell the bishop of Freising that she had appeared. The peasant traveled down to Freising, but the bishop would not see or hear him. That's not a short trip. It certainly is not, but the peasant had received a holy vision. What else could one do in the face of a divine revelation? Well, when you put it that way. The peasant returned to Tassing and had another vision in the field. The Virgin showed him a pattern, a labyrinth. Oh, she told him to draw it on a sheet of birch bark and bring the drawing to the bishop of Freising. Why didn't she just give him the labyrinth the first time? Okay. The bishop attempted to turn the peasant away, but he could see the drawing of the labyrinth in his hand. It was the same image that the bishop had seen in a dream 3 nights earlier. He met with the peasant, who told him of the 2 apparitions he had seen here in Tassing. The bishop was moved by the peasant's story, and he came here to Tassing. The bishop came here? He did. It's the only time the bishop has ever come to Tassing. Yeah, where the fuck would the bishop come to Tassing? Oh my god. And when the bishop came, Mary appeared to both of them. She told the farmer that the town needed to build this church. She told the bishop to support the town. Was the town so poor that they couldn't have built it on their own? Oh, I don't know, but certainly the support of the bishop must have made it much easier. And so the bishop helped fund the creation of this church. The people of Tassing have been using it ever since. You're not from Tassing. How did you hear the story? True, I'm not. The people told me when I came. And the former priest told them when they were children and so on. The priest and the flock have shared the responsibility of passing on the story over the centuries. Thank you for the story, Father Thomas. I will convince you to include the saints prominently in the view. No, I'm still considering it. Well, if deliberation fails you, perhaps you will find that prayer gives you greater clarity. God bless you in your work, Madeline. God bless you, Father Thomas. Well, okay. I don't know, there's so much other history that's much more interesting. Oh, they're cute. Hello! Oh, excuse me. Good day, Master Muller. God, my throat. Sorry. What are you up to today? Drawing. Anything interesting? No, secrets. Oh, I see. I'll leave you to it then. Oh. Good morning, Magdalene. How's the mural coming along? I'm making good progress. I started working on the history of the saints today. Good, good. Tassing is a pilgrimage town after all. I trust you'll take the council's opinions on the matter into account. Oh yeah, he's part of the council. Oh, I'm sorry. Don't go. It's for the town. Yeah, the is for the entire town. Yeah, that's reassuring to hear, Magdalene. Your father is a stubborn man. When he wants to be, age has made him strong-minded. Perhaps you are better suited to this project than he is. All I ask is that you keep the Lord in mind. The mural is for Tassing, but we have others to appease as well. I understand. Thank you, Magdalene. Anyway, I'm glad that the mural is coming along well. Forgive my sudden questioning about it. I've been so busy preparing for the council's next meeting, I haven't had as much time with Anna as usual. She says I get a bit frantic when I'm overwhelmed. Is the council working on something new? We're considering yearly maintenance checks on every house in passing. The ideas had quite a bit more pushback than we'd anticipated. My name is no story. Okay. Yeah, it might feel like a nuisance. Precisely, that's the issue we run into. This would help protect those in tasking who don't have the skill to fix things themselves. That's true. Widows like Agnes or Gret. But without instituting it for the whole town, we can't enforce the proposition. In any case, the matter is far from resolved. I imagine spring will come before anything is actually done. I better get back to work. Thank you for letting me interrupt your day, Madeline. God bless you. I wonder if it's too... Right. But it... Until later, Paul. Wait, I need to talk to the miller's wife, though. Where is she? I can pet the dog. Pet Sub? I don't know how to pronounce that. That sounded more Danish than German. Aww. Good dog. Okay, probably in the house then. Is this lady? Elsie? Yeah, Elsie. Magdalene, dear, what brings you up the hill? I want to ask you some questions about your family for the mural. Assuming your family's been in Tassing for hundreds of years. Oh, is this for the mural? I'm not sure I want to get mixed up in that. I want to depict your family specifically, if that helps. You're one of the few people who knows anything about the town after the Romans left. The Millers have been a pillar of Tassing for generations, yes. Though I'm afraid I only know a little bit about them. And much of that I'd heard from others. Lenhard didn't care to talk about the past. Lenhard was her husband. He dead now. I meant because we killed him. Something? Yeah. I meant your family, the one you were born into. Your family name was Caviezel, wasn't it? Oh. Not a soul in town has asked me about my family in years. I was beginning to think my neighbors had forgotten us. I'm not surprised your father remembers the Caviezels. He was sweet on my sister before he met your mother. Ooh. I'm the last of us left now. Caviezel doesn't sound like a local name. Why wouldn't it be? I'm Bavarian. It is my name, so it is a Bavarian name. No one else in town has a name like that. And shouldn't you be Caviezelin? I've always been called Caviezel, as were my sisters and mothers and her mother before her. My grandfather told me that Caviezels have lived in this area for hundreds of years. Perhaps even 1,000, though it seems impossible to imagine a time so long ago. The Caviezel were pagans? It's the original Bavarian people, here even before the Romans. My grandfather said his grandfather told him the Caviezel's resettled the town after the Romans left. Built their new home right on the spot where they had been living when the Romans arrived. It's a remarkable story. It reminds me of Parzival's quest for the Grail. He's driven from the court of King Arthur and wanders the countryside honorless. He meets a holy man who brings him to God, and through regaining his honor, Parzival completes his journey to the Grail. What a lovely idea. When I think of the ancient Caviezel's driven from their land, only to find it again and become Christians, they feel nearer to me. Do you understand? Yeah, I think it's like when my dad tells me stories about courting my mom. I don't remember her face, but when he tells me about her smile, I can also recall it. As it doesn't matter whether you really remember. When I sing my sister's favorite songs to Ulrike, I may not know all the words anymore, but that's alright. Just as I may not know exactly how the Caviezel's resettled Tassing. What matters is that I feel close to her and them, even though they are so far from me now. That is what stories are for, Magda. Now go on, you got a mural to complete. Thank you, Elsie, you've given me much to consider. God bless you, Madeline, dear. Okay, and now Gertrude. And she's in the Abbey. What are we next to? Hey, Magda. Oh, car. But it's still so beautiful here, Martha. One more moment. Alright, take your time. Oh, hello, Madeline. Dad, look who it is. Does he have a spoon in his hat? Good morning, Mrs. Struckerin. Hello, Martha. Carl, how are you doing today? On our usual walk around town, November hasn't grown too cold yet. Dr. Stowe says Dad needs to keep using the leg or the pain will get worse. And we're getting old. Not so old you can sit around at home telling stories. Huh? You listen to your daughter, Carl. You young girls think you're my keeper, is that it? I've always been your keeper, Dan. No arguments for me there. Sounds like you have marks to thank for your help. This will be remembered. I thought that's what Werner and his ghastly tools were for. And leeches. God, the leeches. Where does he even find them around here? I have no idea. I mean, they live in water, right? Ugh, they're horrible. Cold and wriggling, just like the doctor's fingers. Ew. Dad. Nah. He's the kind of man I wish Anton would have grown up to be. Oh, Anton, my poor boy. It's alright, Dad. I'm sorry, Carl. It's not your fault, Madeline. Just a babe, then. I can't. It's my fault that he died. Oh, God. It's not, Dad. You know it's not. He shouldn't have been with me that night. He shouldn't have... I was a fool. I don't remember who these people are. What happened? I know I was there, but all I remember is the flames. What a fire was. The whole abbey engulfed. I was bleeding. Anton tried to drag me out of the fight. I don't remember who this is. Ah, Jesus. Ah. Then that godforsaken landsknecht stepped between us. I hope he burns in hell. Can't even imagine what that was like. How old were you doing? How old were you doing the revolt, Martha? 7 or so. I didn't understand what was happening. I mean, yeah, she's 7. Someone brought Dad home in the middle of the night. It was dark, confusing. There was screaming outside. Mom and a couple of men who brought Dad in were trying to patch up the wound, but it wouldn't stop bleeding. She kept shouting, "Where's Anton? Where's Anton?" There was blood on the floor. You cried so much you threw up. We couldn't get you to stop. I couldn't understand where Anton had gone. Dad tried to explain, but... Martha, my dear, enough of that. I mean, you brought it up. I'm so sorry. How did you go on? Did I? I don't know. Some nights I think I'm there still. The abbey is always burning. My Helena passed not long after. I was left alone with Martha to care for. Wait for him to continue. I had to keep going for Martha, and somehow my daughter grew into a wonderful woman despite it all. I suppose that was all Helena's doing. Dad. If I'm any good, it's because of you. Aw. Thank you for telling me about the night calling, Martha. Time doesn't heal, Magdalene, but it does dull the ache. It's time we continue with the walk, Dad. Yes, dear, I'm feeling much more alive now. Be well, you two. Yeah, I think that's a good point. Time does not heal wounds. It does just dull the ache. Okay, so Gertrude now. Oh, since she was about... Yeah, she would be able to... Yeah, I know, okay, I know. There she is. God bless you, Magdalene. Hello, sister. I have a favor to ask of you. Is there a baby? Of course, man. I'll help however I can. I have a book, the Historia Taciae, and I can't read it very well. Oh, it's cat. Can you help me translate it? Oh, I'm afraid my Latin isn't good enough to translate something like that. Its grammar structures are far too complex. I'm sorry, Magdalene. That's alright, sister. I'll have to find another way. There was one more thing, if you don't mind. It's about the rat house mural. Oh, these noises. Oh, did you need more paint? I believe I have enough galls stored away. No, thank you, sister. I have more than enough paint. I wanted to ask you about the history of Kirsau, actually. I'd like to include the abbey's founding and the history of tassing saints to the rat house mural. I wrote to Reverend Matthew since he lived at the abbey but wanted to see the place firsthand. Ah, Brother Matthew became a reverend, didn't he? He was always suited to such a role. But I don't suppose that's what you came up the hill for. You're curious about the saint's history, yes? Yes, I was hoping you could show me around the convent and tell me about its history. The poor clerics don't allow outsiders within the convent, even other women. Mother Francisca wouldn't like anyone coming in for such a worldly concern. Ugh, well, that makes my job difficult. Let me finish, Madeline Drucker. However, Mother Francisca always welcomes those who are considering joining the order. Oh. If a young woman sincerely considered joining the convent, she may be allowed to enter and observe the sisters. Who knows what else she may discover while contemplating the holy life, hmm? That's postponing all my options. I have husband jobs yet. Can hurt, yeah. Touring the convent will take some time. Would you like to go see Mother Francisca now? Sure. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else I need to do. Mother Francisca, I'd like to... Also, the spelling is different from when she first mentioned her. I'd like to introduce Magdalene Druckerin. Yes, it's a Z. Yeah, and the other one was with the C, the prince's daughter, yes. God bless you, Magdalene. Father Thomas told us your father's condition, and we pray for his recovery daily. Oh, thank you, Abbess. Such is our duty to serve the Lord and the community that provides for us. Now, what is this about? Sister Gertrude, you know our holy rules. What bring young Mr. Strucker into me? Forgive me, Mother. Madeline is searching for a place in the world and is contemplating the holy life. I thought observing the sister might aid her in her spiritual search. She was encouraged by the idea. Right, yes. I wonder that you've never come up to the abbey before, Mrs. Strucker. If God is calling you to the convent, I'm more than willing to help you fulfill that divine cause. What brought this change on? Why are you interested in joining the poor Claris? Helping my father when he shop on another 50 minutes September wife because I won't have to marry. No, I'm worried that helping my father run his shop alone. Yeah. Man, you should not abdicate your worldly duties for fear of the unknown. However, I agree that working a printing shop and painting are not suitable duties for a woman. Excuse you? Thank God you've turned to us for help. It is no wonder you have felt overburdened by all this. Well, listen, lady. Please come. I have to tell you more about it. You know. I'm a lion. Our small convent used to be part of the larger Kearsarge double monasteries. I'm sure you've been told by Sister Gertrude. However, the poor Clares live far differently than the Benedictines that once lived here. We believe that it's not ours to produce and live solely on the alms of the community of Tassing as they see fit to give. Likewise, none of the sisters here own any personal property. We share this convent as a gift from the church. We believe that the Lord called us into a life of poverty and service. Does such a life appeal to you, Magdalene? I'm not entirely certain yet. I'd like to explore and look around, get a feel for the place. Madeline, you must not have understood me. We have deliberately closed ourselves off from the world. I won't have a laywoman bothering the sisters from their duties or disturbing our rule. However, I will allow Sister Suzanne to show you our duties. Please take your time. When you have finished, please come find me and we'll discuss your decision to join. I definitely will not join. Finally, I thought she'd never finish. What? Truthfully, I'm not here to join the convent. I'm looking for references for mural and painting in the rat house. Not that lecture can I get on the camera. Well, I'm going to take a look around. Where are we going first? Convent has many parts. The kitchen, the aquarium, the chapter house, the yard, and the old workshop. Though no one uses that old shell anymore. I'll leave it to you to decide where to go first. Oh, so... she's following me. It's a cat. Marguerite. Hello, Marguerite. It's Magdalene. Oh, Magdalene, God bless you. You don't normally come to the convent alone. What brings you here? Not that you're not welcome, of course. It's always wonderful to have visitors. I had some spare time and I thought I would say hello. Oh, well, hello. Haha. It is good to hear your voice, though. I enjoy it when outsiders visit the convent. Oh, is she blind? Do you miss the outside world much, Miss Sister? Yes, sometimes I miss the other Benedictine sisters, especially. She never admitted, but Sister Lisbeth had the most wonderful voice. I always stood next to her if I could. Why stay then? Why didn't you leave when the Benedictines left Kearsarge? Truth be told, I was too frightened to leave. Kearsarge is my home. I didn't like the idea of becoming accustomed to a new place. Learning the convent's ins and outs was hard enough. I never went outside the convent much anyway. I know where everything is here, even if it's changed over the years. Sister Gertrude had already planned to stay too. The garden always needs tending and 2 hands make light work. Besides, I can't leave Mousefanger behind. Of course, she truly is Queen of Kearsarge. Has the convent changed very much since the poor Clarice arrived? Yes, the food is simpler and some of the prayers are different, but all the chores and gardening is the same. Gertrude misses making ink for the scriptorium, but I've enjoyed learning the sisters' new customs. Speaking of which, I should probably return to my chores. Of course, sister, apologies for interrupting. Not at all, Madeline. God bless you. I don't remember who that lady is either. Oh, this is the kitchen. There's not anything interesting here. There's food. Sister Marie and Sister Gisab... How do you pronounce that? Gisabo? Take care of most of the kitchen dudes, but everyone pitches in when needed. Can I talk to you? Hello. God bless you, Madeline. God bless you, sister. How goes the cooking? As well as the Lord wills it. My old fingers fumble from time to time, but it is my privilege to prepare supper for the other sisters. Shouldn't someone else be helping you, sister? No, the Almighty has given me a gift. Just as God gave Paul a thorn in his side, so too did he give me the pains of age to strengthen my faith. But that's one way to look at it, I guess. Such things are a blessing when compared to the pains Christ carried upon the cross. Okay. Yeah, but didn't Christ die so that we don't have to suffer unnecessarily? In the next life, yes, but even Christ said we would face hardship while we live on this earth. Okay. I've chosen to find meaning and devotion to the Lord through my hardship. Thank you for sharing your perspective with me, sister. You're most welcome, child. God bless you. Talk to Marie. God bless you, child. Are you delivering something? No, sister. I'm learning more about the convent's history so that I can finish a mural in town. Ah, I see. This kitchen has been used for decades, longer than I've been alive, to be sure. I enjoy preparing meals for the sisters that nourish us, but I can never bring myself to butcher the animals. Sister Isabel has graciously taken on that task for me. We need sustenance, but I feel butchering any animal is wrong according to the rule of St. Francis. To cause suffering to any living creature is unnecessary and evil, even if God granted Adam and Eve dominion over the animals. The kitchen seems fairly simple. Is there anything here from the convent's founding days? No more than the structure itself, I'm afraid. Cookware needs replacing over the years. Though some nights a ghost appears to me by the cook fire, a lost spirit trapped between heaven and hell. That's something to just drop on me, okay? Sister Marie, not this again, not to Madeline, please. Could it have been a ghost of one of the sisters from this, what made you think you saw a spirit, sister? The figure rose up through the very ground we stand on at vigils not a fortnight ago. Dawn and dusk are the hours when the boundaries between this world and the spiritual world are the weakest. We may be the newest arrivals here, but this convent is very old. That's true. Perhaps there was something Roman underneath this foundation centuries before. The spirits may seek to know the presence of God now that it rests on holy ground. A spirit in Girsa would come to the convent. Spirit in Kirsa, why would it come to the convent, though? It breaks my heart to think the spirit was crying out for help, trapped beyond heaven's reach. Why don't we keep going, Madeline? It's better not to get Sister Marie too upset. Of course, God bless you, sister. God bless you, child. Because there... I think you can go... You can come up through the kitchen, through, like, the salt mine or something. So someone's sneaking around. Chapel. Oh. This is the chapel where we all gather for mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent and the most drafty. Hello again, Sister Gertrude. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it is represented the abbey from its earliest days. Oh, there's a tower in the library. The cloister is still being constructed here. Yes, the tower was Bergfried. Was a Bergfried? What the fuck's that? A freestanding defensive tower, not built for permanent. Oh, okay. Long before the structure became a monastery. The Duchy gifted it to the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tassing from attacks of spirits and steel for generations. There's Latin here too. God called Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kearsar's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of the Emperor Frederick II. Only the tower remained. Why will this be remembered? Well done, Madeline. Yes, the first lists the abbey's founding day. The Lady Kearsar was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery. We added the second shortly after the revolt. Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting. Even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred would remain. Here's is unique. A double monastery with 2 saints, 1 male and 1 female to guard the town and abbey. Oh. So the foundation of the abbey was... seems all the most would refuse, but... fascinating for the Duke gifted the church for the occasion. So the foundation of the abbey was even older than the Holy Roman Empire, sure. Many things have been built and torn down on this land over generations. Who knows what else used to be here? You're right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house. Then I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Madeline. Okay. Okay, let's check that one. Here's the aquarium. Most of the abbey's visitors come in here but aren't allowed to enter. We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Like Mother Francisca said, isolation is a part of our vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes and even talk to men on occasion. Oh, wow. And I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life. Didn't you choose to be here? Oh, it doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. It must seem like a boring life to her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion that Sister Gertrude and the others have. She hates her life here. Maybe I should encourage her to leave the order. You know what? Get out. Better to leave while she has a future ahead of her. Exactly. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds. You didn't always want to be a poor Clara's sister? Blah, blah, blah. Huh, no, who would want to be a nun? My father promised me to the church as a baby, some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. Oh, so it wasn't even your choice. So there I was, dropped into the poor Clara's the summer I turned 17. That sucks. And they took you in just like that? Nobody asked what you wanted? Why should they? The poor Clara's rely on the offerings of others, even their children, to subsist. That's gross. My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. No, you should get down. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord, but this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it. That's true. Sam were telling me to go over, but I'm still bound by the expectation of marriage and homemaking. Yeah. I remember the days of running around town. I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Marguerite. At least they got to see something of the outside world before they were 20. Yeah, why don't you leave? And do what? My family wouldn't support me. I have no husband. I have no way to own land or make coin. What could I do but pray? And where better to do that than in the cloister? She has a point. Thanks for listening, Magdalene. Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister. Lead on. But at the same time, that's incredibly sad. Yeah, being a woman during this time period. Oof. Oh yeah, this was everywhere. Yeah, options were not a thing. Oh, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was here has long been covered in weeds. All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Sister Suzanne, God bless you. Ugh, this ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've seen you in town once or twice. Yes, you'd have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townsfolk. Benedicta received this privilege. Burden, more like. You have to run around everywhere, gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. Maybe you should give that to Suzanne, then. What are you doing up in the convent anyway? That way Suzanne could meet a husband. I'm considering joining the poor Clara's and snooping. Oh, don't let me get in the way then. What an adventure. Actually, Sister Benedict, I wanted to ask you some questions. Do you like being a nun? Oh yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't noticed anything odd. What a question to ask. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Mauritius myself. Oh no. Who? Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It is said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in the valley. It was a miracle. Christian refugees? Yes, the book said they were fleeing Roman persecution, maybe under Nero? I don't remember. Anyway, when Sister Marie said she saw ghosts, I thought it must be Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? What did you do with this book, sister? Oh, well, I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it. Well, that's unfortunate. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Madeline. That's alright, the book would not but then the book before it's lost forever. Yeah. Besides, this story gives me ideas for the Rat House mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you, sister. Ah, thanks, Madeline. God bless you. Convent Art Studio. Oh. The workshop is covered in dust. Yes, this was the Benedictine sisters' workshop. They used to make badges and art for pilgrims coming to see the hand of St. Moritz. It looks like everything was just left here after the fire. Nothing's been used in years. We can't subsist on painting, and the poor Clares don't produce goods for sale, so we have no reason to be in here. Just because art means yeah, just because art is essential to survival means you can't do any kind of painting. That sounds horrible. We have other ways to make art, singing, telling stories, things like that. But yes, the workshop is off limits. Mother Francisca doesn't let us come in here unless to put something in storage. I've come in a few times and noticed some of the brushes have gone missing. Paint pots too. You think one of the sisters secretly painting? Oh lord, no. We all live too close together in the convent for something like that to go unnoticed. In any case, I think it's sad the workshop is left like this. Truthfully, Magdalene, I don't think you should join the convent, even if that's not what you were here to do anyway. Gertrude talks about you, and you seem to love your art. Without it, you'd hate it here. That's true. Such valuable paint left to dry and crack on the palettes. Yeah, that's sad. There's an old parchment scrap here. It's different from the others. It looks like a scrap from a manuscript. There's something written in Latin in the margin. The Mithraeum of Tassing had been destroyed by a flood. Mithraeum, that's the same word I saw in the Roman section of the mine. Wait, this might be from the book Sister Benedicta found. I wonder why it would be mentioned in Mithraeum. Yeah. I don't know, it's not a word I've ever heard before. There's certainly nothing in the convent by that name. Well, the note says the Mithraeum was destroyed, so I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Curious. His old badges are beautiful. I hope the pilgrims who bought them love them too. That's sad. Well, you've seen the entire convent. There's not much here. What do you think of it? Yeah, I can see why people choose the holy life, but it's not for me, not without art. I understand. You dedicate your whole life to your work. You'd struggle to give that up now. It's been so long since I've spoken to anyone from outside the convent. I'm reminded of the life I once had. Now you have me thinking about whether or not I should remain with the sisters. I think you should go. Your family just left you here. You don't owe the sisters anything. Failure shit. I do though. The sisters have taken care of me. They love me and I love them. Even if this life wasn't my choice, they accepted me. Who knows? Maybe it will get better in time. Maybe I'll try to help any way I can, even if it's just sneaking around the convent wall to say hello. Really? That would be wonderful, so long as no one found out. Anyway, we should return to Mother Francisca before she suspects something. I learned a lot today. Thank you for showing me around the convent. No, thank you, Madeline. Today has been more interesting than any I can remember in the abbey. Come, let's find Mother Francisca. She'll be wanting to hear what you thought of the place. Well, Madeline, what is your assessment of the poor Clares? Is the good Lord calling you to a life with us as a sister? Yeah, I think I prefer my books and printing, yeah. I see. Be careful that this mural does not become an idol for you, Magdalene. Just as Eve had a weaker will than Adam, you are liable to stumble on the fruit of temptation as well. Our community is quite modest compared to the splendor of an old Benedictine house operating under the rule of a powerful abbot. I see why fewer women are drawn to the order these days. Thank you for allowing me inside. You're most welcome, Magdalene. Good God bless you. I want to keep saying good bless you. It's like that doesn't make any sense. Ah, Magdalene, how did your little expedition go? Yeah, well, I learned about the poor Clares, but not as much about the history of the Abbey, that's true. But sister, there's something I don't understand. The Abbey was so prosperous. Why didn't the monks rebuild it after the fire? What a task that would be. The chapel was beautiful. The stained glass always caught my eye in the mornings. There was a great deal of anger and sadness in Tassing that night. The abbot felt the brothers and sisters were no longer welcome in Tassing and moved on. In truth, the abbey's dissolution was inevitable. Kyrsa was running out of money and patrons. The riot and fire was simply a particularly awful and painful way to end the monastery. Did anything survive the fire? Some of the buildings are intact, but all are terribly overgrown. I haven't dared forage in the rubble. I doubt you'd find anything of help for your mural inside other than charred wood and parchment. It might still be worth taking a look if I'm careful. I worry after you sometimes, Madeline. I really do. Thank you for all your help, Sister Gertrude. You're most welcome, Madeline. God bless you. Come on, I want to go on an adventure. Yeah, what am I doing now? I guess... Let's get the ruins of the abbey. Okay. Wait, where do I go for that? Virus. Pet son of Mousefanger? Hello. Oh. That's a weird looking cat though. Ah. What? Okay. Oh, what? Oh shit, I missed that. And that illustration reminds me, it was like the one in my... Part of the history Abbey of Tassie must have written down somewhere. Only the library hadn't burned down with everything in it. Well, yeah. The ruins are right there. Maybe not everything was destroyed. Yeah, let's go check the ruins. The rooms? Is it just in here? We're gonna see a ghost. Jesus. Oh my god, this is amazing. I wonder what it must have looked like before the fire. Everything collapsed in the fire. I'll have to be careful climbing over this rubble to get past. Something's gonna happen. This is very pretty though. Oh shit! Yeah, how do you get down from there? Oh god. Yeah, so how the fuck do you get back now? Oh no, I can't get back up there. If I climb, it might collapse further. Yeah. I'll have to find another way out. Yeah. Lines. There's nothing left of the old staircase. I guess you can't go this way. These vines go all the way to the top though. They look sturdy enough to hold my weight. But there's no other way out. Yeah. Wow, that's very dangerous though. I can see all of Tassing from here. I wonder if I can piece together the foundations of the abbey and find a way to get to the library. Wait, what? I bet I could get down this way. The roof looks pretty stable. she sing German? Oh, we're here. Oh god. I remember when the library burned down. Dad told me I was just a baby, but I remember the flames coming out of the windows. So many people were screaming and running around. I cried myself to sleep that night. I haven't seen this place since then. It doesn't look like there's anything left inside. I suppose it was too much to hope for. Well, Madeline, how are you going to get out of here? Well, we'll figure something out. These roses seem to have made the abbey their home. I'm glad something beautiful is still growing here. More roses. Yep. Anything else around here? No? Cloister? Oh, okay. I thought this was where we were before. Oh, okay, so yeah, that makes sense. They just like built new place. This place is a mess. How sad. Okay. The door's stuck. I can't get through this way. Chapter house. Oh god. Oh, an old mural is worn, but I can still see some of the figures. The Dance of Death. Oh, here, I'll show you. As I go. Thank you so much. What these figures look new. The paint can be more than a few years old. Yeah, this is new. Someone's been adding to this. What the fuck? This is wrong. Who could add new figures to Dance of Death and why? These look like people from the town, from here. People who died. That must be the Baron, and that's Otto. Wait, is that... This is creepy. Someone's here. Hello? Who are you? Oh god, okay, this is a bit creepy. So this... Okay, what? The door! Whoever was watching me must have opened it. I don't like this. I think I've seen everything left of the abbey. I want to get out of here. Yeah, but how the fuck do we get out? Oh, okay. When did it start snowing? Should get back to the rat house and get to work. Okay. That's creepy. Oh, that is creepy. Having someone just like adding to that painting, that mural, and someone watching me, and now they know. Oh, but I don't know who it is. Oh god, Apollo. Hey, Madeline. Yeah, did you catch frogs or like? Okay. So I guess I have to decide on the second thing now. Good evening, Madeline. Good evening, Dr. Stolz. I see progress in the town mural. You made rapid progress. I'm trying to finish it in time for Dad, you understand? I'm doing the best I can to give him as much time as I can. The rest is in God's hand. Thank you, it's appreciated, of course. Now then, the council has asked to hear about your progress. I've been researching the early Christian history of Tassing after the Romans left, learning how people settled in the ruins, how the abbey was founded, why saints are so important to us. It was a lot to take in, but I've settled on my subject. What have you chosen, if I may ask? To show history how it happened, I'll paint Lady Kirsten founded the abbey from the old birthright. Paint the Bavarian selling him under just on Christian history. Shit. I mean, I want to show history how it happened. I'll do that one. That might rub some people in the town the wrong way. The saints are a core part of Tassing's history, after all. I would be careful in how you choose to paint such a piece. Our Lord is a staunch Catholic. One could interpret the absence of the saints as well, Lutheran. Clearly, that's not what I'm intending. It may not be so clear to our Lord. It may reflect poorly on Tassing. Remember, these murals are art for all of us. I remember. Very well. After this section, there's still so much work to do. I haven't even figured out how I'm going to betray the revolt. Ah, yes. I imagine it poses difficulties that the other murals do not. It's a strange thing to tell a story that still lives in the hearts of so many people here. I don't think anyone wants to talk about it. They've all just locked it away. Oh, it sounds like you have your work cut out for you. I'll leave you to it then. Oh, Dr. Stolz. Yes? Have you ever seen someone lurking around the Abbey? Or heard about it? I haven't been up to the Abbey in years, and no, I haven't heard of anything like that. Why? I've seen someone following me a few times. I'm sorry to hear that. Didn't you run into that odious woodsman, Hallerbrat, not long ago? I did. It wasn't a pleasant experience. Well, if you have any concerns, you should ask one of the boys to escort you when you're out. Gross. There's no need to risk your safety, I guess. You're right. Good night, Dr. Stolz. Yeah, the doctor's... I mean, the doctor seems like a good guy now, but he was such a fucking pompous ass before. Good night, Magdalene. So, yeah. I just want to know. I just want to get to the bottom of this, figure out who's, like, skulking around, who's murdering people. Now I only had the final part of the mural to finish. How should I paint the revolts? Dad always talked about how the Archdeacon was the only one seeking justice in those days. But what was his name? The only name I can remember is the name of the Archdeacon who came to Tassing when the Baron was killed. Jacob Estler. Maybe he wrote an account of the revolt as an Archdeacon. I'll write to him and ask. And of course, I need to write back to Esther too. I'll write to them tonight before bed. How do you know where this Jacob is then? Alright, where to begin? I'll write to the Archdeacon Jacob Estler and see if he can tell me about the revolts. I'll write a letter to Esther too. I hope the courier can make it through the passes before winter. Jacob Estler, formerly Archdeacon of Freising. My name is Madeleine Druckerin. I'm an artist in the town of Tassing in Upper Bavaria. I believe you passed through our community when you investigated Baron Rothvogel's murder at Kirsau Abbey in 1518. Do you remember anything about that case that the people in Tassing might not remember? My suggestion was some sort of Marcus, but you haven't. In particular, do you remember anything about someone running nose throat killer? Ducklin? Yeah. More appear in Tassing in subsequent years, seemingly harbingers of death. Thank you for any help you can give. Magdalene Druckerin. Dearest Esther, I hope you are well. You must know how tremendously happy I am for you and Sigmund. And Alicia too, of course, and your parents. It warms my heart to know that your family is doing so well. By the time this letter reaches you, I expect winter will have enfolded Tassing. It's already freezing at night, so I reorganized the workshop so that the inks don't deteriorate. Do you have to worry about that in Prague? You said it snows, but I always imagined it was warmer in winter. Dad is doing poorly, but at least he seems comfortable. He's sleeping more, but Dr. Stoll says it's a consequence of the colder weather. That makes sense. I do what I can for him, but this winter has been hard. I've asked Agnes for help, but there's only so much she and Dr. Stolz can do. He's not going to make it, and there's nothing I can do. Christ, I'm scared, Esther. The mural is progressing well, but I can't shake the feeling that someone is following me. I mean, you know someone's following you. I keep seeing this figure around town. After I explored the mines to see Tassing's early history, and then again in the Abbey ruins, some of the nuns they've seen ghosts. This person attacked my dad. Why they're following me? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's not anyone. Yeah, if it's the person who attacked my dad, why are they following me? It's the strangest thing, giving me a fright a few times already. But I don't mean to worry you. I mean, you already said it now. Nothing's happened to me yet, so I think I'll be safe. What? I mean, that's quite a... You don't know that. The only good news I can share at the moment is that the mural is almost finished. I should have it completed by Christmas or soon after, before the new year at least. Then perhaps at long last I should be able to visit you and meet this seaman. Anyway, I fear that this will be my last letter of the year. The Reichspost had already been late and reported worsening snows through the passes. We seem to be stepping into a harsh winter. Stay warm and give my regards to your family and seaman. Yours always, Magda. I assume something's gonna happen when I finish the mural. I assume I'm going to sleep now. How did this get here? Where is it? Oh shit. Stop. It's just like the note Dad found. Who's doing this? I have a feeling I'm going to find out sooner or later. I need to ask Dad about this. It can't be a coincidence. But he's been so weak, I don't want to upset him. I just need to wait for the right time. I hope there is a right time. I don't know. You should probably ask pretty soon. It's late. You should get some rest. Go to sleep. Like, you find that thing on your bed. And you're still just gonna... Nah, just go to bed. I would be freaking the fuck out. Because that means someone was in your house leaving that. Like, on your bed. Yeah, I would be freaking the fuck out. I guess. Hard to wrench, but Jesus. Mrs. Druckerin, only one letter for you today. Is it from Esther or is it from this other? The path is nigh impossible to traverse and the heavy snow is hard on the horse and me. Anyway, happy Advent, my dear. Thank you, the same to you. I reply from Jacob S. Okay, it's not from Esther though. Mrs. Druckerin. I do recall the Rothvogel case, though it has been over a decade since I have served as an archdeacon. I am no longer associated with the office of the Prince Bishop. In fact, I am no longer associated with the Catholic Church. If you do not mind conversing with a Lutheran, I will tell you what I remember. The notes you mentioned do stir something in my memory. One of the men I questioned at Kersau was an artist from Nuremberg, Andreas Mahler. Yeah. He mentioned finding notes written in a fine hand inciting individuals to violence against the Baron. While the scope of my investigation was too narrow to look into the matter, it did concern me. I feel like I'm probably in the way here. Yeah, let's do that instead. Finding more notes now after so many years must mean that their author is still alive. If this is the case, a serpent has lain coiled in the bosom of your community for decades. It may lay there still. What causes this serpent to awaken every few years to stage a new killing? I fear that finding the answer to that question may draw you into its reach. However, if you are determined to find the source of the trouble, I believe you must inquire with your neighbors. I urge caution in your investigation into this matter. If the serpent merely sleeps, it may be dangerous to poke into its old resting places. I hope this has been of some help to you. Not really. May God bless and keep you safe, Jacob Estler. You basically just told me to ask people. No reply from Esther this time. It must have been delayed due to the heavy snow. The postman said I won't receive any more letters until spring. I better get back to the rat house then. Still more work to be done. Jesus Christ. We'll be time traveling. Okay, we're close to Christmas. Good morning, Dad. I finally caught up on the mural and now I can start final part today. I promise I'll get it done. Magdalene, I'm proud of you. Thanks, Dad. I'm sorry Dr. Stoll said you can't come to the festivities tonight. I know how much you love the Perchtenlauf. Oh, there's always next year. Right. How are you feeling? Dr. Stoll said he would come by again today. Fine, I'm fine. You sure? Do you need anything? No, maybe I should stay home with you today. No, Madeline, if you want to work, you should work. It's alright. In fact, my spirits are lifted today. It's Christmas Eve after all. Was it? Of course, it didn't look like it was Christmas Eve from the thing. What's wrong? Dad, I found a note back in November. Oh, I'm sorry, Artemis. That sucks. A note? What do you mean? It was like a note I found in your plans for the murals. Just a scrap of parchment. It looked like it came out of an old manuscript. Elaborate writing, purple ink. It just said stop. Uh-oh. You know where they came from? Who wrote them? Magdalene, Oh god, that must be us. He said he dropped by with more firewood. If you know something, I'd like you to tell me, alright? I know, I will. Can we talk about it later? Dad, I'll tell you, I promise. Alright. Be back later. Good, take care of yourself out there. Snow? Yeah. But when we saw the wheel thing, it looked like it wasn't at Christmas yet. I mean, we're close to Christmas. I guess that counts. Hi, Utz. Morning, Madeline. Morning, Utz. Cold out, isn't it? Freezing. Makes me envy Nico, able to stay inside all day. Even Endris has his forge to keep him warm. Anyway, here, I brought some firewood for you and your dad. Thank you, Utz. You're welcome. So, how's your dad? Do you think he can join everyone for Christmas mass? No. I think he'll stay in bed tonight. I'll do my best to be there. I need to keep working on the mural, though. I'm working on the final section. About the Peasants' Revolt, right? Feels weird to talk about. It affected Tassing so much, but we were just kids. I can't remember what happened since I was just a baby. I never even knew my dad. That's what makes it difficult. I need to ask those who were already adults that night, but don't want to touch raw nerves. What if you spoke to people while everyone's preparing for the Christmas festivities? Clara sometimes talks about that night. Mom, too. You might be able to ask them. Voslav and Matilda are the only two Benedictines left living in Tassing. Maybe they'll talk to me. I didn't think of that. Still, the mural is for Tassing, not the old abbey. Agnes has always been in Tassing, right? I'd go to her if I were you. That said, she helped bury everyone who died, and what she talk about is yesterday's one. Okay, I'll ask down. It's your project, Madeline. Might be worth a try. Yeah, I could try. I wrote to the old archdeacon about it too. He thinks that the Baron's murder and Otto's deaths are connected to the revolt. The who? The man who came to Tassing for the Baron Rothvogel's murder. What about him? He was the judge for the Baron's murder. What if all the deaths in Tassings are connected? I don't see how that old Baron has anything to do with the revolt. Are you feeling alright? Think you're looking for connections that aren't there. Maybe this mural project is getting to you. I need to get to the bottom of this. There's something more to all this. I know it. Yeah, if you're sure. Don't fucking talk down to me. You don't know. I'll figure it out somehow. Thanks for the wood. Thanks for the wood. See you later, Mags. Don't call me Mags. That's this right. I should start talking to people around town. Better get started if I want to talk to everyone before the Pension laugh. So now we're just talking to people then. Am I close to the ending of the game now? Oh. I want to talk to the sister that's in this wall. I feel so bad for her. Miller House. Elsie. Hello, Madeline. Okay, she doesn't want to talk. Ulrike. Magaline! Hello, Ulrike. Hello! What are you doing? Watching? Very well, keep up to good work. Work, huh? Just like Mom. I will work now. That's cute. How about Andreas? Magdalene. Anna. God bless you, Madeline. Hello, Anna. How are you? Oh, keeping busy. There's always plenty to do around the house. How's the mural coming? Paul mentioned the progress is quite impressive. I'll have to thank you. Making considerable. I wasn't the first choice. Oh, Madeline. Paul told me about the debate you all had after class was attacked. Forgive them their doubt. It was an abrupt turn of events, and they never considered that you'd be able to do the work too. I only wish that the debate was... Yeah, I know. I only wish that the debate wasn't needed in the first place. Yeah. As do I. You're a talented young woman, but consider how you've changed Tassing for the better. Not only do you get to paint the mural now, you also changed the minds of the council. They've been arguing over what to paint for ages. I can't tell you the headaches you've solved, truly. Thanks, Anne. I hadn't considered it in that light before. Of course, Madeline. I'll have to bring Andreas and Ulrike by sometime to see your progress. We won't get in your way, of course. I'm sure they'd love to learn about the process. You're all more than welcome, but watch your step. There's plaster everywhere. Or just mix a new batch to keep the wall moist. It's hard to maintain the right texture when it's so cold out. Oh, I can imagine. I had a similar problem when I helped my mother in the bakery. Rolling dough in winter was such trouble. We had to throw out so many batches that wouldn't rise. That makes sense. Your discipline is admirable, Madeline, because you do need some heat to get it to rise. You know, I was a real rascal back in the day. Skipped on working with my parents more times than I can count. So it was a big Jorg who was the troublemaker. Oh no, Jorg has always been more hardworking than me. I was a thief and a scoundrel. It started with cakes from my mother's table, still hot from the oven. Ooh. Soon it was silverware, mugs, trinkets I found around town. Wow. Ulrike's little hat once even belonged to Andreas Mahler, your father's friend. I stole it from his head. Oh! Of course, stealing is against the Lord's commandments. So my father would make me return everything if I hadn't eaten it already, and march me to church to pray. Father Thomas grew accustomed to seeing me more often than Sunday mornings. What changed? I grew out of the habit over time. I think I started to see why my parents had such a devotion to the Lord. Stealing was my way of acting out. But when the trouble started in town, I realized that my thieving wasn't doing any good. I decided I'd rather honor my father and mother as God commands. It gives me grace with Andreas and Ulrike on the hard days, and with the rest of the town too. I think I can learn from the example. Yeah. Hopefully from my present one rather than my past. Haha. Well, I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have plenty of mural work to do. I'll see you later, Anna. God bless you, Madeline. We can talk to Paul. Hello, Paul. Hello, man. Oh, we didn't really want to talk much. But wait, I should talk to people around town, right? Not up at the abbey. Who the fuck are you guys? Alexander. Well, if it isn't Magdalene, what is that hat, dude? That's me. Oh, good. I've seen you around and heard your name mentioned. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. I'm Alexander. This is my partner, Kazimierz. We are musicians by trade, travelers by necessity. The weather trapped us on our way back to Würzburg for a Christmas celebration. I'd hoped to win the Meistersinger competition there, but alas, we are trapped here until the pass is clear. How are you finding tassing? Everyone has been quite kind. No one has thrown anything at me for my music. Considering the circumstances, I'm counting that as a success. I have to admit, I was quite upset that I had missed my opportunity to sing at the Meistersinger competition. He practiced so much for it. What? Why did you write that down? Yes, it's hard not to view the last year as a waste. You can try again next Christmas, can't you? Of course. Though the older I get, the less comfort I take in the possibilities of the future. Missed opportunities sting more with each passing year. Well, you have an audience here, the people of Tassing. And perform for them I will. I love performing for people wherever I go. When I sing for people, I want to move them. I want to see it on their faces. It's only in that moment that I can connect with them. That's the only truth I know. Meistersinger judges will rate me as they will, but that's not why I want to perform for them. I want to move the masters the way they moved me. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think so. My dad is my teacher, and his approval means a lot to me. Yeah. I think we all want the approval of those who came before us. And someday someone will look to me for approval. Hard to imagine. I'm sorry, just feeling a bit melancholy, I suppose. It's the long nights. I suppose you're right, all that darkness. Perhaps the Christmas feast will lift my spirits. Will I see you there? Absolutely, almost everyone in town should be there. And I look forward to it. Until then, ta! Can I talk to your friend? Kazimierz? Hello? Hello, Madeline. You're Casimir's, right? Oh, so you're with Alexander musicians? Okay, because I thought he was talking, but I guess he can't talk then? He's mute? Yes, I play Sham and Lune. He sings. Are you Polish? I assume so with that name. Yes, from Kalisz. Alright, I want to... What are you two doing in Tassing? Well... I wonder why he's mute. Kind of rude to ask, I guess, but... Ask Alexander, sorry. Alright, I won't take up any more of your time. Thanks, God bless you. Hans? Hello, Magdalene. Hello, Hans. Did you need something? Craft hasn't bothered you again, has he? Or gotten into some other trouble? How are you getting fish if it's cold? Yeah, that's also true. No, it's been fine mostly. Good, that boy's a thorn in my boot. He's lazy, arrogant, doesn't care for his family, and brings shame to the Bauer name one day. Jesus. I avoid sticking my nose into people's affairs, but Martin, Anyway, didn't mean to complain. Until later, Madeline. Until then. Okay. Oh, his voice loud. God bless you, Madeline. He used to be a brother up at the Abbey. Ah, hello, Madeline. Jutta. Hello, Madeline. How's the weather? We've been prepping for the feast in here all day. Oh, okay. Yeah, too damn cold. It's like this winter will never end. Spring always returns in time, but come, stay a while, Madeline. At least we're in here where we can keep our fingers warm. You better keep your fingers out of my dough, Master Pound. I didn't do anything. You snuck your little fingers into my cookie dough 3 times today. Gross. Do it again and I'll wrap your knuckles with the back of my spoon. Don't anger Mistress Matilda, Simon. Yes, sir. Sorry, Mistress Matilda. We need enough dough to make cookies for the entire town. We can't be eating it all. Anyway, what did you come in for, Madeline? I was hoping you could tell me what you remember of the revolt. I was too young to remember much of it. No one ever seems to talk about it, and Mrs. Matilda and Master Wojslav, you two are the only ones left who used to live in the Abbey. Oh wait, was Matilda a sister? The only ones who stayed anyway. Matilda and I have been friendly enough with the people in town. We put it behind us in time. You can imagine the other brothers had little reason to remain. Old Aidok made it out. I think Father Gernot paid for him to go back to an abbey in Cornwall. I'm not sure what happened to the others, all gone in any case. But the whole thing is a sensitive subject, Madeline. Why are you asking? I want to honor everyone who fought in the revolt. I want to portray the event truthfully in the murals. I'm trying to hear everyone's account of events. Yeah. For the sake of seeing it portrayed, Ryan, I'll tell you what I remember. Wait, Madeline, here. Come cut cookies with me first. That way we don't fall behind while we chat. We'd be grateful for the help. Oh! Alright, man. Cut out cookies from the dough and set them aside so Simon can put them on a tray. We'll need a good number in a variety of shapes, so don't hesitate to change what cutter you use. We have to change enough for the whole... We have to have enough for the whole town, after all. Bird? Oh, wait. Oh, shit. Okay, so I have to try and... Why isn't it cut? Do I have to be further away? No. What? Release? Cut. It won't do it. Switch. Cut. Is it too close? What? That works. Okay. Because I'm trying to save as much space as I can, but I think I'm getting too close to the... Like, there has to be some space. Because I'm like, oh, we have to have enough for the whole town, right? But yeah, it won't let me do it in all the places. That doesn't make any sense. Come on. Come on. Shit. Stop turning it. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. It's so difficult. There we go. Hey, Blight. How are you? How's it going? Yeah. I thought they were gonna keep talking while I did this. That was pretty close. Hey, we're flying now. Oh, that's way too... No, no, stuff. God, the turning of things like this in this game is terrible with mouse. God, they won't do it. No, it's not a puzzle. It's just like a mini game. Oops, shit. But I don't know if it's gonna be like, no, you have to get X amount of cookies because they have to last for the whole town. But they also want different shapes. I can fit in something there. Can I? Nah, see? So, but... Oh, well, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. Maybe? Maybe? That works. I mean, you can rotate them the whole way around. But I don't... They haven't told me, like, oh, you just need to... They haven't told me, like, how many I need to make. I assume they can't be that fucking strict about it. Like, the game isn't really about that. It won't let me do it if it's too close sometimes as well. So I'm just like, what do you want? But other times it seems fine. So I'm just like... Like there. That was pretty close. That one too. Maybe it's just the starting one. It won't let me, like, go close. No. Or like the end. Yeah, it won't let me go. That one's difficult. That works. I just kind of want to finish this so I can keep going with the game, though. Oh, that's not gonna work. Oh, come on. Another birdie. I don't think I can get one more. I can't escape. Can I just, like... Are you done? Yeah. These look wonderful, thank you. You can make more if you want, but it looks like we have enough. Okay. I think that's good for now. Thanks for helping, Madeline. Yeah, but they want me to... I don't know. Like, it doesn't seem like it was such a big of a deal. Right, Hunter Edge? I was also thinking of that. I've been craving pizza, but when do you not crave pizza? That's just like a human being. I also want sushi and a burger, so, you know. We better keep going if we're going to have everything ready for the by the procession tonight. I made brownies the other day, but my fucking timer didn't go off. So they were in the oven for too long, so it's basically like chocolate cake, which is not bad, but it's disappointing. And I'm not gonna make a whole nother batch until I kind of finish that. But I'm thinking of making like frosting for it, so it's better. So what can we tell you, Max? I heard the Landsknechts came into town before the revolt and warned everyone to leave the abbey alone. I don't know. The thing is with calzones, I'm not super into them. Because at least here, when you get a calzone, right, you cut it open, and it's like a big heaping pile of cheese and tomato sauce and ham or whatever you have in it. And it's not, the proportions aren't correct. So I never buy one. But I don't know how they are in the US. But here they are pretty disappointing, I feel. A whole medium pizza. I mean, I don't mind eating a pizza in one sitting. That's not the issue. It's just the proportions are terrible. Like, you have this a little bit of dough around, and then you have this big heap of just like glob filling in the middle. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Why didn't anyone listen? They were chainsaw and they killed so many people. Oh, some people did. Your father, for one, he left the peasants' cause of the land. Grease pockets me. Yeah, pretty much, right? He's still forgiving himself for that. That's why I'm making the mural. They won't bring any of them back, though, will it? Well, Jesus, lady. Enough, Jutta. It's not Magdalene or Klaus's fault the revolt turned out so poorly. There's some people who wanted to talk. Master Mahler worked hard to keep the peace, but after Otto was killed... Oh, Andreas, a shame how he died. We at the monastery were fond of him. Dad said he was instrumental in keeping the revolt from getting out of hand. He regrets not standing by him. Yeah, it did change, because our other guy, he died like a fucking idiot. There was like a fire, and he was like, oh no, I gotta save the books, and ran into the fire. And then he came out and like brought some books to people. And I was like, oh, okay, he's fine. And then he was like, no, I gotta do this. And he just ran back into the fire again, and then he died. So it's like, okay, you're an idiot. Yes, he was. He had a personal dinner with the abbots trying to discuss things, I believe. Yeah, just go there. How's it going? A pity they couldn't come to an agreement. Yes, Andreas did a lot of good for Tassing and Kirsal too. He was also kind of an asshole. Like, at the end, at least. Like, nerds in their books separate. I'm awake? Well, that's kind of how I feel too, I guess. Go there. My sleeping schedule is like all fucky currently. I get so tired. I'm constantly dehydrated. Like, it's an issue. But I wake up at like 5 a.m. every day now. I say every day. I did that yesterday and today. And then, which means I'm gonna get tired at like 8 p.m. If the old abbot failed to admit that. Even revealed corruption in our own midst, the old prior Frank had been doing witchcraft in the church. I still agree that he died in the abbey fire. I know your father does too, Magdalene. Yeah, I didn't have a good weekend, stomach-wise. So, like, it's been a long. So I was just, like, super, like... I'm still kind of anxious about taking the medication. Because it's kind of weird how it works. I feel, because it still feels a bit, like, gambly to take it. Because I take it, and then I, like, have to wait and see what happens. Because it's been a bit weird from day one. It hasn't been, like, stable. It's just been like, oh, today this is happening. It's like, oh, that didn't happen the day before. So I'm still a bit anxious about it. I'm still taking it, of course, but it's still, like, I don't know. I still don't really know what's happening and what's what. And, like, oh, this is how it's gonna be. So I'm still a bit like, ooh. Best that no one should have posted. Wasn't the revolt in general justified? Yes, I think so. We couldn't even collect in the forest without a fee. Dad kept saying we couldn't live with higher and higher taxes. The night Otto died, the abbot was trying to excommunicate everyone for celebrating St. John's Eve. A lot of people thought the abbot killed him in revenge. Turns out it was Hannah, the innkeeper's wife. I still say she was pressured into it by the mill. I don't think it was Hannah, but I had no other option. Like, she was the best option, but I don't think it was her. Still after Otto and Ulrich, that was too much. We burned the mill with both bastards inside. Yeah, that was not great. Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, the abbot promised to help if Andreas found the person who killed Otto. All we wanted was to talk. No, she was in this inn. Didn't you say that you just burned down the mill? But yeah. Yes, but only to protect ourselves. Leonhard and Hannah were both murderers. It was too much for Peter. Leonhard was one thing, he just killed Ulrich, but to burn the abbey. But when the Landsknechts saw the fire, they thought they had another revolt on their hands. Even Father Gernot couldn't stop them. We all fled. Brother Florian saved as many as he could, but... Peter was wrong to burn the abbey, but what the soldiers did, that was awful. I thought the knights were supposed to protect people, like in Parzival. Rarely does real life match the heroism of stories, Magdalene. Dad died protecting me, stabbed in the chest. Jeez. I don't even remember what he was wearing, but I remember how dark the blood was when we found him. Almost black and sticky, like treacle. Ugh. Dad socked one of the soldiers in the face, but another was right there. And Magdalene, can we stop talking about this? Yes, thank you for talking to me. I'll do my best on the mural. Good luck. We'll see you at the procession later. Until then. Can we stop talking about this horrible revolt where we lost a lot of our loved ones? That would be great, thanks. Oh wait, what's up here? Oh, Killian's up here. Hi Max, sorry I can't talk for long right now. Oh, thanks for showing up, Potterage. Have a nice day. Yeah, I'm okay. Hi Max, sorry I can't talk. Hi Killian, what's keeping you so busy? Oh, you know, setting up for the Christmas feast is always a lot of work. And Dad can't do it all alone. He pretends to be strong, but I think some of it is an act. He's growing older and sadder. I imagine he misses your mom. Yeah, I miss her too. He doesn't talk about her much anymore. I think he's ashamed. I'm not though. She was still my mom. Yeah. You're right to not be ashamed. Thanks, that means a lot. Everyone does bad things sometimes, you know? When the monks were around, they told us all about God's forgiveness. One stuff talks about it a lot too. So that's what I try to do, forgive. You got a kind heart, Killian. What if the bad thing someone does is serious? Yeah. Then I guess you just need to be even stronger, like Christ. Is Christ like a superhero? I guess so. How's your mural coming along anyway? Well enough. I'm trying to learn more about the days of the revolt. I suspect many don't want to talk about that time. Painful memories. I think you're right. I don't blame them. Dad has spoke about it in years. Oh, I'm sorry, Madeline. I really have to get back to work. Be well. Wait, is his dad somewhere around here then? No? Oh god, the slap, the gross meat noises. No, now, okay, so what's happened now is that, God, what did happen? Well, her dad, the girl we're playing as, her dad was the printer in town, and he was gonna paint a mural of what happened, and he's like, no, we gotta paint it as what happened, whilst other people are like, no, you gotta paint the saints and like stuff like that, like it's supposed to depict the history of the town and stuff, and he wanted to do it more truthfully, I guess. And not like, yeah. But yeah, someone came into his shop and like beat him over the head one night. Oh, is it locked? Oh. So that's one mystery with the dad. And now we've taken over though as his daughter, because we were helping him out anyway. With printing. And there's still like notes being left around from the first mystery. So I mean, that's what we kind of figured from the start anyway, right? That we didn't get the right person. Or at least when we got to the second part, I was like, okay, these people have done nothing, but I gotta pick someone to be like, yeah, they killed these people. Because there's always someone dying or being murdered. And then you gotta be like, no, they did this. Like, after looking through evidence. So what we're doing now is... And now someone's following us. We also found a note on our bed that just said stop. In the same kind of writing. So someone doesn't want us to make the mural, probably. Hello? Anyone here? Can I go upstairs? No? No? Okay. Why is this bakery just open? There's no one here. And now we're gathering more information about... Radha's the biggest building in passing. Balthas's clock gate is a building. Now we're gathering information for the last part of the mural about the revolt. And people aren't too happy to talk about it, of course. I don't know how many years ago it was, but... I mean, the person we're playing now, she was a child when it happened. So, It's probably been 10 years, maybe. So it's not that long ago. Well, look at this smug asshole. Yeah, the first mystery was a murder. And then I accused... Was it the a father from the church? And yeah, they executed him, right? And that's when I thought, oh, the game's done. It's like, no, there's 6 more hours. And then I can't remember who died. No, oh yeah. Then a few years passed, I think. Like the dude we played, he moved away and stuff like that, and got married and got a son or stuff. And then he came back to Tassing for something, if he was just traveling through or something. And then, oh yeah, Otto was murdered, which was he was like the leader of the peasants, I guess. So he was like, no, they're starting to tax us too much, and like, and someone murdered him, and then our dude, the painter, tried to solve that too, and then he died in the fire, because the revolt happened at that point, and we thought it was we accused the innkeeper's wife 'cause she was sleeping with the miller, like having an affair with the miller, and they like people were upset, so they burned them both in the mill. And I was like, oh well, because I didn't think she did it, but I had no one else to accuse. Would like that seemed better fitting, but I didn't think she did it. But I had no idea who actually did kill Otto. But I guess what the point is of the game is like it's always been the same person probably doing it. It's just like, but I have to pick someone every time. So I guess like this is the ending of it, but I don't know how close I am to the ending because this game just keeps going. What a mess! I don't know how Baltus can get anything done with all this in the way. Ciao, Magdalene. Ciao, Ignacio. Come sta? Yeah, how are you? Bene, bene. Yeah, good, good. It is bitter cold today. No, the Alps are not kind during winter. God, it gets colder in person now, but the summer's make it. I suppose I got new. Yeah, God, it gets colder every year. Genoa is a much gentler place and far more suited to her sweet summers and soft winters. It is a good thing that Baltus keeps his workshop so warm. We have been hard at work preparing for the Christmas feast. I think you will enjoy the beer. I can tell the workshop has smell of honey and hops all month. All part of the process, my dear Magdalene. It will be a feast to remember. I do hope to see you there. Baltus relies on good feedback, you know. I'll be there. Bene, bene. Good, good. Well, I must finish preparations. Until then, Magdalene. Wow, this bubble is a bit buggy. Okay, let's talk to Balthazar. Hello, Balthus. Do you have a moment? Only one, I'm afraid. What can I do for you? I came across a book about the history of Tassing, and I was hoping you could help me read it. Oh no, not today. I'm far too busy for that at the moment. Oh yeah, I forgot we need to talk to this dude about the book as well. Because we need someone who speaks Latin to translate it. Nancy and I have our hands full preparing the Christmas ale, you see. Of course, sorry to bother you. Not at all. Apologies, I couldn't be of more help. Shit. What's it? What a mess. I don't know what else can get anything. So now I'm just like walking around town trying to talk to everyone. Because I think that's all I'm supposed to do right now. Stay in our house. Oh. Veronica. Hello, Madeleine. How's the mural going? I hope my husband has been bothering you about it. I don't remember who your husband is. It's not meant to work for the most part. I think us has something to do with that. That boy has his eye on you, Magda. At least he's using his authority to do some good. Usually that lot just meddle around in things that are best left alone. Those men are bad influences on each other, if you ask me. Now they're chattering on about a yearly check of the hinges on every door in town. Oh yeah. Hinges? Who gives a damn if the hinges on our front door creak? They just try to keep the town in order. Yeah. They do better keeping themselves in order first. Anyway, I think it's good for you to be working on the mural. I wish Artemis and Apollo would take interest in something like that. Name me your kids that are twins, I think they're twins, Artemis and Apollo, is, I don't know, that seems incredibly arrogant to me. Or pretentious, I guess. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. Speaking of, have you seen, it's like, because they're cool names, but like, okay, you had twins, and you decided to name them Artemis and Apollo. Right. I don't know. That seems weird to me. Speaking of, have you seen them around anywhere? I asked them to look after the chickens, but they've disappeared. They're catching frogs in the forest for some reason. I mean, they've been doing that for months now then. Ugh, those two. What do they even need frogs for anyway? Yeah, we don't know why they need them. Father Thomas says they're only so much trouble because I named them after Greek gods. He says those names have power, but I still like them. Besides, Apollo and Artemis were gods of virtues. If anything, they should be more well-behaved. No, just good. What my issue is that they're twins, and it's like, oh, but Artemis and Apollo were siblings, right? Were they actual twins in the mythology? I guess they were. So it just seems very, and also it doesn't seem to fit with this kind of time. That's also why it's a bit weird to me, because like their mother's name is Veronica, and like we're in, is this like Germany? I can't remember where this is. It's just like a weird thing, and like they're all very like Christian kind of. So it just seems weird. Because if someone did it today, I would be like, yeah, I would still think it's pretentious. But also, like, I think the names are cool. Like, separate, I think it's cool. But it's like, oh, you got some twins and you decided to name them Artemis and Apollo. Like, that, I don't know. There's something about that. It seems a bit strange to me. I think I'm gonna stop twins. Artemis was the goddess of nature and Apollo was the god of music. Maybe the twins have hidden talents. The suggestion I appeal to the Greek gods like patron saints. Why not? If Father Thomas thinks names are so powerful, maybe this will help. Inspired. Maybe I will. That will get them in line for a while. Like, people are named like Veronica and Magda and Martha and stuff like that in this town, and then you have Apollo and Artemis. That's why I think it's weird. Like I said, I would still think it's pretentious if someone did it today, but at the same time, I do think the names are cool. But there's still something. It's like naming. It's all these like celebrity names, like what they name their kids. That's also kind of like pretentious at times, I feel, or like weird. But at the same time, it was like, yeah, you can name them whatever you fuck you want. Like there's a naming trend in Sweden where we're going back in time. So like little kids are getting names of like old people nowadays. And I don't really like that trend. It's been going on for a while. So they're basically names that you grew up with knowing as, oh, only old people are named this. Anyway, I'd better go find those rats. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Thanks, Veronica. Until later. And we have Brigitta. Hello, Agnes. Madeline Drucker, I didn't expect to see you today. How is your father? He's not well, honestly. Oh no, I'm so sorry. He'll be in our prayers tonight. Ours, well. Now then, is there something we can help you with, dear? Yeah, Agnes, you're old. Don't say that. I have a small favor to ask. Oh, go on, then spit it out. If it isn't too much trouble, I'd like you all to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young, I don't remember much of that night. Oh, for that project of yours in the rat house. I'm afraid I won't have much good to say about the matter, but alright. Come sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the wreaths. It took me years to get the technique up to Mom's expectations, so you're better off not helping. But you always did fine, Brigitta. So, Madeline, what do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. A part of the revolt, the abbey was storming us out of house and home. Otto's murder. I mean, like, this time, you know, no electricity, everyone's fucking freezing, people are poor and starving. There's too much, like, there's so much religious shit happening. Women have no choice in life. or options. Like, it wasn't a good time. Everyone's probably smelly and dirty. I doubt that would be a good painting. Seems like I thought there was an attempt to talk to the abbot. There was, until Otto was killed. After that, the monks shut themselves up in the abbey library. Meanwhile, that bastard abbot only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. Brigitte, don't forget to twist the enzyme. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog. I'm getting there, Mom. I've looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Force fight. Yeah, I mean, they're having like festivities now, I guess. Yes, well, after your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God I have the both of you, as a matter of fact. Let an old woman have her voices. The Gertner's house was a bit sad. Jorg always gets quiet this time of year. I heard ill Peter keeps mistaking Big Jorg for Peter. Has that got something to do with it? Best watch what you overhear, Madeline. But yes, I reckon so. Tathing's lost many folk over the years, and feast days make it harder to bear. You mean the revolt, right? The revolt, the murders, that fool Andreas had to meddle in everything. Didn't do too much good if you ask me. Andreas Mahler, the artist, I thought he was my dad's friend. He was, and I can't fault your father for that. Master Mahler was an interesting man. He'd already meddled enough in Tassing after the Baron's murder that he held more sway than he knew. I could understand it the first time. He wanted to save that old monk. I dare say he saw him as a father. And it was proven the prior was a witch, so I suppose he did some good for Tassing then. I think Wostar might be the only person left in Tassing who even remembers the old prior. That's when the trouble started, I say. The townsfolk saw a monk killed and the abbot was incensed. Then came the revolt, and Andreas Mahler happened to show up nearly the day of Otto's murder. Yeah. Just heard the knights was a slaughter. Wouldn't anyone stop the peasants? Yeah. They were in a riot burning down the abbey. What more could anyone do? A shaman had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. I mean, yeah. But at the same time, people are starving and stuff. Old Wostar would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child, not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church? But like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. Yeah, well, the road didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and monks have left. The abbey may be gone, but Tassing has only traded one lord for another. The peasants were so angry over the abbot's perceived injustices, they thought they could make it right with even more injustice. Then the abbey caught fire and everyone ran, but by then the soldiers had arrived to stop them all. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing would stop him besides steel. So nothing got better at all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe as the abbot was and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they'd change something. We're stuck with the harsh reality. This is all you know, Madeline. You've grown used to it. We all have. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they can change something. Good luck on the mural, Madeline. Good luck, Madeline. Yeah, good fucking luck. Jesus. Oh, God. Like, if I lived in this time, I'd probably just kill myself. No, you have to marry, and you have to, you know, get kids, and you have to be religious. And like, oh, God. You have no choice for your life at all. Pretty much. Do I have anyone else to talk to? Maybe at the Abbey? It kind of, I mean, yeah, discorded. People aren't happy. Oh wait, what do I have to do? Pronoun pink and golden hands. Just some, yeah, I already talked to them. Okay, reads. That's better. I should go out to meet him. We don't. I think we did that. Oh, I can talk to Smokey. But he wasn't in town, though. Wait, there was something... That looks so beautiful, covered in snow. Oh, okay. The forest always looks so bare in winter. No one comes out here this time of year. And here we have people! Flash lab. Hello again, Magdalene. Are you getting ready for the Christmas celebrations? Of course, along with everyone else in town, kind of. I never been here for Christmas. I had meant to move on, but the snow. Right, it came fast this year. Smokey told me your father was injured. How is he? I don't know, Ashley. He's not doing well. I'm sorry. I will hope for the best. Well, I don't want to keep you from your tasks. Also, do you want to come to the Christmas feast? Ah, kind of you to offer. My beliefs and well, how I look. It's best if I stay out here. I'll be fine, but thank you. I'll see you later then. Merry Christmas, Václav. Merry Christmas. Smokey. Hello, Madeline. Hello. Oh, okay, this is just... okay. I assume I'm going to the Abbey next, but I'll just look around here. Saints out the shrine, my special offerings, yeah. Because this game, like, when things happen, there's just such long periods of nothing happening, and you're just talking to people. And then suddenly something, like, really shocking happens. Which is why, kind of... that's what keeps me hooked, I guess. But it's also not really worth it. I mean, if I play this on my own, I could just, like, speed read through it. That would be easier, of course, but it's still too long, even if I played it just off stream. Oh, even the gold guest house is falling apart. Okay. Does anyone live here now? No. But I've gotten this far, so I kind of like, I want to know... oh, it's close. It's too snowed in. I won't be able to visit the poor class for a while. Okay. I need to find out. And this is not a game that would do well with just watching it, I think. Like a playthrough. Because you still have to read it all. So you might as well just play it on your own. Should I talk to my dad? Like, who am I supposed to talk to now? Should I go to the rat house? Dad! Can you tell me about the note? You sleeping? Madeline? Hey Dan, how are you feeling? Can I get you anything? No, I'm fine. You go on. Alright, I'll come back and... okay, so we're... nothing happening here. But like, I'm super... the thing is, I'm weirdly into this game. But I do love me a whodunit. I just wish it was shorter. That's the only thing, really. Wait, have I been in here? No. Black Till. Hello, Madeline. Hello. Eva. Hello, Eva. Neither, darling. Eds isn't here, I'm afraid. I was trying to find him later if I need to. I think he wandered off toward the rat house. Something about the council, but if you ask me, I think he's looking for you. That's sweet of him. He has been dropping by the rat house more often as of late. He's quite fond of you. I'm surprised he has any time to visit, though. He's always working on town council business these days, and he's still working at mastering carpentry, too. I suggested a few years ago that he take up an apprenticeship, but he was determined to remain in Tassing. I think he's more comfortable here, even if that means he'll never be the craftsman Otto was. I help him how I can, but there's only so much I know how to do. Besides, I think he feels like he's taking care of me instead of the other way around. Funny how time does that. Yeah, I would jump at the chance to leave Tassing if it didn't mean Dad would be left alone. I imagine us felt the same. Oh, I wouldn't have been alone. I have Mom and Jorg and the rest of the family to take care of. Besides, they keep me busy. I'll never want for anything with Utz and the community here in Tassing. I miss my husband, but I'm proud of Utz. He's growing into a capable young man. I'm excited to see him grow into a husband and father. He'll make a wonderful partner. Whoever he marries will be a lucky woman. Woman? It's about that time to start finding a match too. It's wonderful the God bless Endris with a wife at last, but I'd rather not have Utz be in his position. Better to marry earlier where he can raise a family. Anyway, I'm sure you have things to do. I'll let you get back to them. Always good to see you, Magda. You too, Eva. Christina. Magda. Hello. Okay, so I guess let's go to the rat house then. How do I get there? Yeah. What? Utz, you in here? Nope. Okay, yeah, I'm a bit lost. What am I supposed to do now? Because I feel like I've talked to everyone. Shots around that. Oh, yep. What is this? Oh. Let's go working on the last permit. Let's just stop and I should go to meet him. So wait, do I still need to find Utz? Utz. Is there anyone in here now? Nope. And I wasn't hearing. Yeah. Yeah, and this was snowed in. So if I go to the farms. Closed. Closed. Oh, I haven't been here. Big York. Hello, Magdalene. Great. Bless you, Magdalene. Clear. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I would like to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion so that I can paint it, if that's alright. Ah, that was a sad time. If it will help you memorize those we lost in revolt, yes, I will answer a few questions. I don't mind. It was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Of course, Magdalene. We'll tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Come now, sit with us. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murders that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. Yes, after Prior Prank was discovered as a witch, people weren't as willing to trust the Abbey anymore. I mean, yeah. Then the abbot became more severe. He didn't like that the prior's death rattled his control of Tassing. I do think that the old prior cursed the town. That's when crops started failing. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude towards us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by them, but it eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? Andreas only ever sought peace from what I remember. He took it upon himself to try and keep justice in Tassing, even though it wasn't his home. Truly, it's thanks to him that we had peace for so long. We did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. All was fine until Hannah, Nico's wife, killed Otto because she feared what would happen if the abbey shut down. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away except for you and Ulrich Gret. No, Clara, I'm afraid even I was intimidated and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Could the revolt have succeeded if the townsfolk didn't pull away? I still think so. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. But by then, we were so starved and wanted justice so much, Peter truly thought success was possible. Oh yeah, Peter. Okay. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. And that fucking Miller protected that bitch. He always hated us. Thought he was better than us. Ursula, language. What, Mom? It's true. Leonard even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. Oh yeah. It was unprovoked. Yes, Leonard always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. Yeah, he was a real asshole. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate, but after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. We lost too much. The burning of the abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing, and many died in that fight. But we got rid of the abbot and all the monks at least. Yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorize? That, definitely. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, and if he acted rashly by setting fire to the abbey, I don't know. I mean, he's part of the history, but I don't know if he's a hero. I hope you can betray him in the best light, Madeline. I don't know about that, though. I remember him. He was kind of not great. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope you provide enough insight for your work. You did. Thank you. I'll get back. I'll let you get back to work. Thank you, Madeline. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Yeah, Peter was not a great man. He was not nice. Time to go to the comments for the Persten life. Oh, Jesus. Christ, it's too damn cold. You shut your mouth, boy. We've done this festival every year. You won't die standing here for 5 minutes. Oh, good, you made it, Magda. I was getting worried you would miss the procession. I wouldn't miss a bit trying to finish the mural. I lost track of time. Well, be sure to take some time to relax tonight. It's a feast day, after all. Shh, it's starting. Oh, Artemis looks so lovely. I'd love to be the bright saint one year. Leading off all the demons into the woods. Jesus Christ. It's terrifying. That's the only type of boys that'll follow you, Artemis. Apollo, stop that. Is this a Krampus thing? Sorry, Mom. Didn't I see the Persten? So scary. I don't like it. Shh, Andreas. You're alright, they're only costumes. Big masks that our neighbors are wearing, remember? Ugh, it's so cold. Madeline, would you want to be the bright saint or one of the Persian? Oh, a Persian, they're so spooky. Yeah. I think the mask would get stuffy, but it would be fun to take any part. You get your chance, don't worry. Passing's done the Persian laugh as long as I can remember. Everyone in town's been a part of the procession before. Well, except for you young ones yet. I wish Dad could be here. You'll see next year, surely, and you can go home and describe it all to him. As beautiful as ever. He's probably seen it several times before, though. As goddamn long as ever. Well, at least we're going to eat after this. Oh, hey, Max. Oh, is he a bit tipsy? Magda, whatever. Mag. You made it. I was worried for a minute you'd skip out on the fun. Merry Christmas, Mags. Merry Christmas, us. Oh, he drunk. Look, Balthus made a special batch of beer, and I heard he made cookies too. Alexander and Cass look like they're going to play something too. I hope they play Christ Born on Christmas Day. Don't forget Cass's name or giving everyone nicknames tonight. That's a secret, Mags. Come on, let's go get you some food. Is someone gonna die here? Ahem. Hey! Everyone listen up. You would like to speak. Yes, thank you, Veronica. On behalf of the town council, I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. Listen intently. This year has been tough on all of us. We've had more snowfall than anyone can remember, and the early frost gave us a small harvest. Folks haven't come through the pass as often. Nico, you've been short of customers, and we've all missed the trade. Alexander and Kazimierz, you've been kept from your journey. Ignacio, the snow has kept you from returning home. And I know we've all felt the lack of Klaus in town as he's been bedridden this past few months. And yet the Lord has blessed us with each other cheerful guests and good company. Cheers! Amen! Thanks be to God. God bless. Even though this season has been rough, God knows we still have a lot to celebrate this Yuletide. Andres, you made tools we couldn't have gone without. Just practicing my trade. Dr. Stolz, you kept us all in good humors. Proof of my experience, Georg, in such cruel weather. Keep listening, yeah. Madeline, you painted a mural for us. Yeah, thank you all for entrusting me with this task and on my best to honor Tassing's history. Alexander Casimir to spread good cheer in the early winter nights. Our pleasure, truly. And especially tonight, I think we should thank Baltas for making such a wonderful beer for us all to enjoy. Huzzah! Hooray for Baltas! Here, here, God bless! No, please. Ignacio helped tremendously. It's thanks to him, really. Oh, well, grazie. And thanks to our Lord who has so graciously provided for this feast, but also made sure that we starve. Yeah, Lord protecting thanks to Casimirs and I shall play later in the evening, so please come to us with songs if you have one in mind. Let's sing the shepherd's missals. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, that's it, everyone. If I may, Jory, I'd like to bless this great feast our Lord has provided for us. Of course, Father. Today we have come together to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Just as our Lord has provided for us with this meal, so too did Christ provide us with the bread of life. So please join with me in prayer. Bless us, O Lord, in these thy gifts, which we are about to receive. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen, 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 amen. Amen. I thought they were already eating. Now please, everyone, I know Balthus made a fine beer, but remember that temperance is a virtue. Celebrate the Christ child as though his manger were here with us. I was about to say manager. Squint quizzically. Sure. Merry Christmas, everyone. Finally, let's eat. Oh? Where you go, Father Thomas? Ugh, pants. Eva. Madeline, you finally came over to say hello. Hello again, Oates. Hello, Madeline. Happy Christmas, Eva. Till. Madeline, how good to see you. How's the mural coming along at Rat House? Almost finished with it, I hear. That's right. The last I heard about it, you were still working on the middle section, the history of the saints, right? Yeah, I made some. Finished the section now. The old abbey rooms were hard to climb through, but I want to paint it right. Oh, but the remains of the abbey are so run down. That sounds dangerous. You went into the old abbey, Madeline, without me? Why the hell would I bring you? No, of course I did. Quite a capable young woman you are, Madeline. Still, not that I'm encouraging it, mind. Well, clearly you can handle yourself since you made it back without any problems. And I did warn you about the dangers, not that I told you to go digging about down there, mind. Anyway, Madeline, what are you painting on the mural now? I'm working on the depicting of the revolt, but I think I angered Agnes when I asked her about it. That's right, you were just a few years old then. God, has it been that long? Don't worry about Agnes. She acts cranky, but she's never truly upset with anyone. It took years too for Tassing to recover after that night. Thank God we come a long way since then. Ought we be proud of what the town has accomplished. It's a shame he died without seeing what the town became, yeah. It is. I pray that St. Moritz has blessed him in heaven for all the work Otto did in his name. I'm sure that the Lord has made space for him, Eva. You know, Madeline, I think he would be especially proud of you for memorializing Tassing in the mural. He would be thrilled to think that you've become part of the family. Uh, I'm honored you think so. Of course, Us has been charmed by you for years now, and I don't blame him. You're a beautiful young woman. Mom! We'll have to speak with Klaus, of course, but you and Us are a good match. Right, I'll mention it to Dad. Anyway, I don't mean to keep you chatting away with us older folks. Have fun and Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Eva. Till. Merry Christmas, Utz. Yeah, Merry Christmas, Mag. Fucking drunk, dude. Merry Christmas, Madeline. Enjoying the celebration? It's wonderful to see everyone together in such high spirits. Yeah, isn't it? Even Grandpa is enjoying himself. This winter's been difficult for his gout. The cold makes his joints seize. Yeah, that makes sense. I told him he didn't have to come to the patch mouth, but he insisted. I haven't missed one Yule procession in my life, and I'll be goddamned if some snow stops me. Cough. Oh god, we know, old man. Anyway, like George said earlier, it's nice to have a night of good company and cheer. You seem hesitant tonight, George. Maybe you should work on speaking. No, thank you for mentioning my father in your speech, George. No, yes, you gave a lovely speech. Oh, thanks. To be honest, I didn't know what to say until I said it. Everyone was so deep into their drinks, I was worried no one would want to hear what I had to say. Well, I saw that problem. Maybe I should be on the town council. That way someone can get people's attentions and make decisions. You're very helpful, Veronica, especially because I wasn't expecting to make a speech tonight. Really? Werner kept insisting that someone make a speech, so Paul said that I was the most charismatic of anyone on the council. He said that? Well, he said that I would make the least amount of people angry over it. Balthus said it was my charisma. That's smile awkwardly. To be honest, I never thought I'd be someone people in passing listen to. But you've always been part of the town council. We didn't always have a council, though. It wasn't until the night of the revolt, really, that I felt like I could do things on my own, be my own man. I loved my father, but what he did, thought it had doomed the town. Fair was yeah, a lot of terrible things happen all at once. No one can show them all to blame themselves. No, but my dad chose violence. He did. He chose to destroy the abbey. I always went along with him because he was my dad. He had to be, right? That night was the first time I thought any different. I learned that night that you can fight for something right and still choose the wrong way to do it. And I swore that I would never let that happen again. The revolt broke down everything I thought I knew about Tassing, about myself. But it made a lot of things better for Tassing, and that makes me hopeful. What do you mean? Well, our new lord is strict, but he made a deal with us. The council lets us govern ourselves. As much as I was grumbling earlier today, Jory is right. Life changed in Tassing, and even though the first few years were hard, we're better for it now. No abbot looking down on us, making stupid laws as he sees fit. Our lord lives days away. As long as we pay our taxes, we're left alone. It's a better life for Artemis and Apollo than we had. Don't you talk ill of my son, boy. He gave you everything he had. God rest his soul. I know, Grandpa. Yeah, but that was the whole point, isn't it? Without the revolt, you wouldn't be able to give the twins a better life. Oh, I Smash! I'm Smash showing. How's it going? Thank you so much for Smash. You busting down the door again, going, subscribe! Or like, gift sub. Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. And Jesse got one. Yep. Somehow I guess that's right. Sorry so much. It's just like me on Mondays. I'm trying to finish this game, and it's just me reading. That's it. Like, I just gotta get through this game because I do want to see the ending of it, but it's such a long game. God grant us the courage to live with our actions. I've done the best I can. I've done the best I can to do the right by Tom and Dad. For his son, you've done him proud, boy. Thanks, Grandpa. Anyway, I'm going for another pint. Anyone else? Yes, bring a pitcher. How much beer did he brew? You've had enough, Grandpa, or your humors might become unbalanced. Oh, was this when they believed in stuff like that? Another for me, George. Madeline? No, thank you. Alright, we'll see you later then, Madeline. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Okay, let's talk to Anna. Hello, Magdalene. Happy Christmas to you. Good evening, Magdalene. Merry Christmas, you too. Ulrike and Andrea, say hello to Mr. Struckerin. Hi! Hi. Oh, Andreas, don't be shy. You know Mistress Magdalene. Sorry, Magdalene. It's still a bit quiet. Hello, Ulrike. Hello, Andreas. How did you like Georg's speech, Magdalene? It's a good I like the one. I guess someone had to say that's on the right. That should be a customer. Yeah, it's a good reminder of everything we still have. We all needed to hear it. For Paul putting him up to it at the last moment as well. That's true. God, these pants. Well, Werner says someone on the council make a speech. I didn't particularly want it to be me. But George did it justice. You can always count on him to speak from the heart, especially a few drinks in. Truthfully, I think much of the town needed some encouragement tonight. Tassing hasn't had such a hard season since the revolt. Yes, I'm sorry, it's Christmas. We shouldn't speak of such sad times. Let's toast to better days then. Yeah, cheers to that. Although there's an old Latin proverb my dad used to say to me, Ignis aurum proat misere, blah 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 blah. Fire is the test of gold, misery is the proof of strong men. Okay? Yes, precisely. There is no question, the revolt left Tassing worse off, but seeing the town now gives me hope. You're an artist, Madeline. I think you can see it too. Aside from church holidays, the past few months have felt bleak. Oh, Madeline, things will get better. They always do. God always provides, no matter the season. Anna is right. Even though the revolt led to a hard winter, life has gotten better for Tassing. To be honest, most nights I'm grateful for the revolt. Really? Oh yes, you wouldn't remember, but life was already terrible before that night. Revolt burned away the dead wood that had rotted Tassing for decades. God knows my father was an evil man. His death released me from my years of fear. That's true. The revolt gave me the courage to face him, to become better than him. I think something of the same happened when the abbey was destroyed. If things had gone on as they always did, well, I doubt we'd having such a Yule feast tonight. The cost was high, but it resulted in just as much joy as grief. You really think so? I don't know. Seems like a lot. God turns all things for good, even the darkest of nights. Because of the revolt, I could marry Paul and we could supply grain to peasants at a fair price. Our children will grow up without the fear that ruled over my life as I got older. Oh, hey, I'm just kidding. Welcome back. I'm still here reading. No moment in life is entirely good or bad, Madeline. What matters more is how we choose to see it. So one of my, I don't know, I don't see how my dad's attack can be anything but evil. That's true. Keep hope, Madeline. The Lord helps those who trust in him. Ugh. Don't forget to take some time to have fun tonight, alright? Mommy, I want another cookie. Shh, don't yell, sweetheart. Gives us, Madeline, since we have cookies to fetch. Of course, Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas, Madeline. Like, it's great. Okay, listen. It's great if you have faith and you believe in God and stuff. But, like, if someone's like, oh, but I have a hard time seeing how this can be something good. Like, my dad got attacked and he's gonna die and he's bedridden and he's, like, losing his marbles, you know? And they're like, no, but God provides. It's like, that doesn't really help me right now, though. Mistress Madeline, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Alexander. Merry Christmas, Kaya. Enjoying the night. Very much so. The cookies especially. I haven't had such a wonderful gingerbread in ages. Oh, it's gingerbread. That makes sense. We were just setting up to perform. Did you have a particular song in mind you want us to play? Between the two of us, we know all the Christmas songs between here and Spain. From heaven, I don't know any of these, I think. Good Christian men, be welcome to us. From heaven above to earth, I count sure. That sounds good. The one written by Martin Luther, I don't oppose, but are you sure we ought to? No, why not? It's Christmas. If you say so. Once Kath and I play what we prepare, we'll be sure to play that one. Merry Christmas, everyone. This is Christmas. Casimir and I want to share a special song with all of you in the spirit of giving. Please enjoy.
In dulce jubilo, nun singet und seid froh, unsers Herzens Wonne liegt in Praesepio, und leuchtet als die Sonne, Matris in gremio, Alpha es et Rho, Alpha es et Rho. O Jesu Parvule, nach dir ist mir so weh, tröst mir
I mean, this is nice. I'm just like, I kind of want to continue.
Deine Güte, o Princeps Gloriae, trae me poste, trae me poste.
Okay, there we go. It wasn't too long. Yes, cheers. Another. Thank you, truly. Please return to your drinks. We'll be playing online. Happy Christmas. Okay. Can I talk to Jorg again? Hey, Madeline. Sorry to bother you during the feast. Oh, hello, Jorg. Did you need something? Well, all the chatter around the revolt earlier had me thinking. You're nearly done with the mural, aren't you? Last time we talked with the council, you said you were working on the final portion, painting the revolt. I don't mean to nag during the feast, though. That's Veronica's job. I should have it done soon. I've been listening to people around town talk about the revolt so I can get a better idea of how to paint it. Everyone has a different idea of how that night happened, but I think I finally settled on how I want to depict it. Yeah? I want to honor what the peasants stood for. I want to give a spear. Paint the peasants burning the abbey and the mill. Nazi defending the knights. I can show the aftermath of the one paint the ruined abbey surrounded by everyone knew that. Yeah, I think the last one. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The mural was meant to honor Tassie, not stir up grief. Maybe Klaus was the better pick to paint the mural after all. Shut off, dude. Anyway, I get out of your way. You've got better things to do. I think Esther's looking for you too. He always is. I think I'll actually go home for the night. I've had enough of us flirting and I should check in on my dad. Tell him hello from all of us, alright? I will. Good night, George. Good night, Madeline. Sure, the mural is to, like, honor Tassing's history, I guess, but it is part of the history, the people we lost. Because of the revolt. If anything, I think that's better. Oh, shit, what's happening? Something's happening. Emily, God bless you. Merry Christmas, Madeline. Oh, Merry Christmas, Sister Emily. Were we bothering you with the noise next door? No, not at all. Hearing people celebrating Christ's birth brings me great joy. Christmas tide should be a heartening time of year for us all. Rejoicing everyone feeling better about the future, especially after all Tassing has endured. The people here have suffered greatly, but we must always find hope in the midst of despair. It is fitting to celebrate Christ's birth on days with so little light and warmth. People need Christmas in the depth of winter to remind them the spring will return, and we will all have a chance to live again. I have no idea, Deeps. That's the issue with this game. I have no idea how much I have left. I probably still have like an hour or two. Oh, so hey, Deeps. Sorry. How's it going? Madeline, who is that? Yo, hey, wait! Please excuse me, Sister Emily. I need to check on my father. Of course, God bless you. Thank you, Sister. Oh my God! Check on Dad. Yeah. The door is open. Is someone here? Dad? I mean, what? They don't need to finish the job. He's basically, you know. Oh God. Your nursery of, yeah. Oh God. Oh, thank God. Madeline, is that you? What's the matter? Someone standing near the house. The door was open. I was afraid something might have happened to you. I'm sorry I didn't hear anything. I've been asleep most of the day, most of the evening too. I'm worried about you, Madeline. You're worried about me? You're working too hard. I know taking care of me takes up so much of your time. I mean, yeah. And I know how hard you've been working on the mural. Yeah, I'm still young, Dad. I don't get tired as quickly as you do. Well, certainly not in my current state. Mm. Oh, I'm sorry, Deeps. Do you have any Claritin or something? Which, sadly, though, makes you tired. And do you know why your back and shoulder hurt? Because I know you talked about that Tuesday, that you had issues with your back. So I'm sorry. I'm not going to make it, Madeline. I know. It's alright. This is just life. I'm glad I'm going before you, even if sooner than either of us would like. I've already seen too much death in my time. I just wanted to show you what I could do. I want you to be proud of me. I have been every day of your life. You've never needed to prove anything to me. I wish I could stay to see the mural when you finish it, but I don't need to. I know it would be more beautiful than anything these old hands have ever made. Don't say that. It's true, though. I mean, I got along alright. But I always knew you would surpass me before long. You can already see things that I never could, see things and make them real. I'm trying. You're doing it. Oh. Whether I die tonight or tomorrow or the next day, I'm not going to be here much longer. One morning you're going to wake up and you have to do things for yourself. I mean, she's currently doing that and taking care of you, so she's fine. Love things for yourself and you'll have to share it with the world. Love is the only reason to do anything in this life. Oh, all this talking, too much. Could you bring me something to eat? Of course, Dad, you haven't eaten all day. And I missed the Christmas feast, too. Can't believe no one brought me a cookie. I'll go get some soon. Yeah, didn't you bring... Yeah, you should have gotten him a cookie. Is he gonna die now? No, I don't want that. That's sad. Oh god, what's happening? No, 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 no. Klaus. Who is that? I'm sorry, Klaus. About everything. You're here. Is that Andreas? No. I thought I could stop all of this. But I couldn't. So many people paid the price. They're all still there, all in the dance of death. The Baron, Piero, Ferenc, Hannah, Peter, Otto, Caspar, August, and now you. That? Oh god, it's you! Who are you? What are you doing to my father? Madeline, it's alright, it's alright. I'm sorry, I've forgotten my manners after all these years. And you've likely forgotten my face or what it once was. I assume it's Andreas. Yeah, this is Andreas Mal. He survived! Back from the dead. Yeah, the earliest memory I have of you is running into a burning library. I'm sorry. I don't understand. No one could have survived that. Maybe I shouldn't have, but I did. I don't understand, Andreas. Where have you been all these years? Hiding from the world. In the ruins, mostly. Sometimes in the woods when it was warm. Stealing bread from Gret. Stealing books from you. Oh, so I wasn't going crazy? Oh no! It's the only thing that's kept my mind from getting what words are. Wait, how did you survive the fire? With some difficulty. I grabbed as many books as I could and threw them into the scriptorium. When the smoke got too thick, I started to black out. Next thing I remember was Casper pulling me into the crypt. Your apprentice, the boy? You sent him back to Salzburg. He didn't leave. He waited in the woods and watched what was happening. When he saw me in the window of the library, he ran through the crypt to save me. And he did. Oh! But he saw that I was trying to save the books and... He went back in. No! I couldn't stop him. I was barely conscious. He never came back out. No! Oh no. He died. When I woke up, everyone was dead or gone. I couldn't face any of you. I couldn't go back to Sabine, that empty house. So I hid. You painted over the dance of death in the abbey. Turns out I had a reason to keep painting. I'm sorry if I scared you. No one's come into the abbey for years. I thought I was safe there. I was afraid to talk to you, afraid to talk to anyone. Did you leave us those notes, the ones with the purple writing? Ah, no, those were written by a different occult hand. One that does not want you to finish your mural. One that has killed and may kill again to stop you from telling Tassing's history. Tassing's history. Why? Because Tassing's real history is at odds with the story we've all been told. It's been covered bit by bit, layer by layer, until it could no longer be seen. But it's still here, it's always been here, hidden beneath our feet. And it's still protected, haunted by this spectre of death that has hung over this place for generations. The thread puller. Thread puller beneath our feet? What are you talking about? The person who attacked your father is the same person who manipulated someone into killing Otto Zimmerman. Oh. And Lawrence Rothvogel. Yes, and they traveled through the Roman aqueduct that connects Tassing and Curacao. It's a network of tunnels I've become quite familiar with, and I've seen the ghost that haunts them that can squeeze through the tiniest opening. I've seen it bend itself in half to reach places I could never follow. I've traveled along every inch of the aqueduct and the old city, but there is one place I've never found. The lair where the thread puller retreats to, the ancient Roman temple that it is determined to hide from view. The Mitraeum, you found it? No, but I mapped out a darkness between the collapsed tunnels, and I believe I know how to get there. Come with me, I'll show you. Alright. Good, let's go. Will you be alright? Yes, I'll be fine. Protect my daughter, Andreas. With my life, Klaus, I promise. Alright, let's go find the Mitraeum. But give him his soup first, though. But... wow. Okay, the rat house, what are we doing here? When the men dug the foundation, they found Roman ruins that had been buried over time. Lucky never wasted stone, so he used the Roman wall as one of the cellars. There's a way inside. What? To the hidden place. Yes? Alright, into the Rathskeller. I'm telling you, this game, like, it's like, I was like getting kind of like, oh god, so much reading, like, let me get on with it. And now I'm just like, holy shit, what's happening? Alright, that one's different. Does that mean this place? No, it's two-sided, new and old. This was above ground once it carried water. Look. Alright, I think I can make it out. Cornelius goes to the bath today and completes the 6th step in the Mitraeum. Yes, you see? No, there are cults of Mithras all over the Roman Empire. We know there was a Mitraeum in Tassing, but this is just some graffito from an initiate. How does it help us? Well, here. Jesus. That's kind of a brittle wall. A warning would be nice. Oh, sorry. I'm not used to being around people. This is the aqueduct. Yes, Ed. It will take us to the baths and to the Mitraeum. Alright. After you, please. Wait. Oh my god. So Andreas has just been like... What? Just survive. Okay. Jeez. Oh, this is a bathhouse. Okay, I just want to see. This part of the tunnel is collapsed. We're not getting to the Mitraeum this way. These ruins are a maze, many dead ends. Okay. Okay, nothing here. The decoration. These must have been the baths. Doesn't look like there's a way through. Silt. All the floods kept carrying it down here. Hundreds of years of floods. What if we can't get through? What if it's buried forever? It's too early to get discouraged. Let's keep looking. Yeah. God, the sun's coming in now. Here we go. More stairs down with something below the beds. A hippocaust? They use warm air to heat the rooms above. Roman colonies in the north often had them. Let's hope those aren't filled with silt as well. A hippocaust? Oh my god, it's scary. Do you know where we're going? These pillars just kind of go on in all directions. Andreas, could you look that way? I think I'm going to try exploring ahead. Of course. I mean, he doesn't have a light though. Oh, now I'm Andreas. Oh, could you abandon your work, Andreas? I thought you were kind of scared me. Okay, Jesus. Frank, the only thing more pitiful than watching you work in this canoe was your love of that dying art. So these are people who are dead. Oh no, I'm scared. Oh god, Hannah, I thought you understood what- Oh, it's for the new cat- What is happening? What the fuck? Ah, Casper, Master, why did you send me back into the flames? Oh no. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh! No, no, this isn't right. I can't be here right now. How did I get here? Andreas, you're still here. Yes, for a little longer. I thought I got mad. Not yet, not entirely. But you have been on this road for a long, long time. You must leave this place forever, Andreas. You must abandon it for good. But how? What can I do? I don't even know how I got here. This was once a place of refuge for you, Andreas. But it has become a prison you constructed to protect yourself. From what? From pain, from risk, from life itself. But I can't stay here. I have to help Magdalene. How do I get out? Andreas, you are the architect. I will help you as best I can, but you are the only one who can answer that. Oh shit, we're doing this again. Wait, where do I start? Wait, what? Can I not go? It won't let me move. What? So now I should be... Can I do whilst? What? I can't move anywhere else. Oh, God, it's the white. I was thinking I was going between the white. No. Okay, I'm on the white. Okay, that makes more sense. No. Oh, God. Ah, it's so difficult. It's like I'm doing the mouse cursor, and it's incredible. It's like weird. Hello, Andreas. That's his like wife. Is that you, Sabine? Yes, of course. I'm still here. Part of me still will always be here with you. We haven't talked in so long. Why? You reminded me of August. Yeah, they had a son, and I think he died. Remind me. It wasn't all bad, Andreas. We lost him, but we had 4 years together. They were happy years, weren't they? They were. But then they ended, and it felt like life ended with them. I know. It was hard for both of us. I don't blame you for anything. And you should stop blaming yourself. It may be too late for us, but it's not too late for you, Andreas. It's not too late for Magdalene. Yes, Magdalene. I have to help her. You can, Andreas, but you have to leave this place behind for good. I know, I can. I will. You will. Thank you, Sabina. Will I ever see you again? Not in this place. But maybe someday in a better place. In a better dream. Okay, here we go. I assume August is gonna show up at one point. Wait, here, right? Oh. No, here. Oh, come on. Caspar. Master Andreas. Oh, Caspar. It's really you. It's so good to see you again, Master. How can you say that? You died because of me. I just wanted to help you, Master Andreas. You couldn't think straight. You shouldn't blame yourself anymore. What should I do? Get back to life, I think. I wish I knew how. Help Magdalene, Master, and she'll help you. Alright, Caspar. Thank you. Thank you for everything you taught me. Oh, Caspar, he was such a good boy. Oh god, wait, what happened? This was the way out. Yeah. Before I started talking to Caspar, I know this was the way out. Beatrice, your mind is fighting itself, Andreas. It remembers the pain of life. It's trying to protect you from it. Beatrice? Yes? I thought you were gone. I don't remember what that is. You brought me back. Oh. So what do I do now? Keep going. Well... Wait, my brain is trying to map it out again. Do I have to go back the whole way? Yeah, I sure do. No. Oh, God. Ugh. No. Oh, here's August. You too? It's been so many nights, so many years without seeing your face. I thought I had forgotten it. I know there's nothing I could have done, but that doesn't make me feel any less guilty. It's always there under the surface, no matter how I try to bury it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. It's alright. He speaks? What? It's alright, Daddy. I guess he was 4. It is? I don't have to hide here anymore. But what about you and Caspar? And your mother? We're not really here. And there are people who need you. It's so hard to let you go. I know, Daddy. But you have to. I know. You're right. Thank you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. Oh, good night, August. Good night. Good night, I guess so. They shifted against the wall. It's still trying to protect you. No. It's not? No, I mean, no, I don't have to do this. This is my mind, my maze, and I'm leaving. Good. But this next part might be confusing. Oh, Jesus, what's happening? Oh, God. What? I don't understand. I don't understand any of this. Why are you holding the maze? 2 things are merging in your mind. You and... There are layers to everything, even our memories. Over time, the foundations become buried. We can no longer recall how we got here, no longer recall what came before. And what came before? Our Lady watching over the labyrinth as I watch over you. And even this has roots that reach deep into the past. There was not always a lady to watch over the labyrinth, but there was a labyrinth. Holy, what is happening? This is trippy. What? I don't understand. Sister Amelie? Is this real? Am I still in my mind? You are here with me. And we are here in spirit. Are we still in the ruins? We are in the tabernacle, the heart of the labyrinth. Your spirit was wandering and the Lord brought you here. But I don't understand. How did you leave your cell? I have not. We are only here in spirit, Andreas. What? Am I having a vision? I know it's confusing. I'm not even sure of my own visions. But if you are here with me, it is the will of the Lord. Andreas, Sister Amelie? What are you doing here, sister? This is the center of the labyrinth, the tabernacle. It is where the Lord sends my spirit to do his will. He has also guided your spirits here. There must be a purpose to it. Sister, we're looking for the Mithraeum. Is this it? Mithraeum? No. This is tabernacle, not a place of wood and stone, but a place of spirit. The Lord has called me to this place for many years. He has always made his will known to me. Soon he will make it known to you. Sister, how does your spirit come to this place? Through the door between life and death. When my spirit hears the call, it descends through my grave. Oh, wait, because there is like a thing in her cell where she sleeps, like in the ground. Here the Lord tells me what messages I must bear and to whom. How? It was almost impossible for us to reach this place. I used to think my affliction, my pain was a curse. I know now that it was a gift from God. A gift that allows me to bend my body as I bend my soul to his will. Oh, okay. There's no place in Tassing or Kersau he cannot reach through me. Wait. I thought I'd given up the pen forever until the visions returned. No. When the fire took my abbey, I couldn't save my sisters, not one. All I could grab was a single book and a bolt of cloth. I couldn't understand why God had spared me alone, but he showed me. God had a higher purpose for me, for my hand. Father Thomas explained it to me. He makes everything clear. He tells me what I must do, what the Lord wills me to do. Oh my God, it was you the whole time you wrote the notes. I found one by my dad when he was attacked. Sister Amelie, you pushed those people into committing murder. What? No, that can't be true. The Lord would not use me for such a purpose. Calm yourself, sister. We'll figure this out. This doesn't make any sense. Why would Amelie want anyone dead? No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't. There was nothing in his messages about murder. No, 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 I'm not here. This can't be happening. This can't be happening. Ah. And here he is. Sister Emily, shh, it's alright. Father Thomas, how did you get down here? Tassing is an old place. It's buried many ancient roads and tunnels over the centuries. People walk above the hidden ways every day without even knowing it. Though, in truth, it was Sister Emily who rediscovered them first and found this place. Father Thomas, did you... In other circumstances, I would be overjoyed to see you, Andreas. In truth, I'm so happy you are alive, thank God. But I think the occasion of this reunion leaves little to rejoice about. You? You and Sister Emily were behind all of the murders? No, she had no part in this. But no, she wrote them. She did, but she did not understand their purpose. I guided her. I told her what to write. To what end? What was the point of all of this? Look around you. What do you see? Paintings of Roman gods, Mars and Diana. Look closer. Looks like the statue of Saint Moritz from the meadow. And the images of Saint Sathya from the shrine. I don't understand. It's Saint Moritz and Saint Sathya and Mars and Diana. The saints are the gods? When the Romans left Tassing, their buildings, their temples, their statues remained. Christians settled here centuries later. They found time-worn fragments of that imperial grasp. This statue of Mars Pater that once washed over the Roman fields stood there still, headless and nameless. The settlers believed it was Saint Moritz, who was already a legend where they had come from. They found the shrines to Sathya and, not understanding she was an aspect of Diana, believed she was another local saint. It's not uncommon for stories to borrow and change characters from older tales. These are not stories, Magdalene. These are saints, our saints. The settlers did not see them through pagan Roman eyes, but through Christian eyes. No one knew they were Roman gods because there was no account of what the Romans did and left here, except for Historia Tassiae. But Historia Tassiae was not known then. Perhaps it had not even been written then. Who knows how long that book had been lost for before it made its way to Father Matthias. And you killed him for it. Yes, with poison. No one suspected. Oh my god. Hold on, who was Father Matthias again? Yeah, who was it? Can you... Father Matthias Abbot again, before... Oh yeah! Ah, shit. Wait, what? You killed someone? May God forgive me. I did, yes. When Father Matthias learned that there was no evidence that Saint Moritz had ever come to Tassing, that the shrine to him in the meadow was a statue of Mars that the Romans had erected hundreds of years ago, that Saint Sathya was a Roman goddess Diana, he resolved to deal with it. And resolved to deal with him. Andreas, our people believe in Saint Moritz. They believe in the miracles God has worked through his hand. They believe in the legend of Saint Sathya, that she helped Moritz and watches over Tassing still. And that was worth killing the abbot? I believe it was then, yes. If Saint Moritz never came to Tassing, what is in the reliquary? What are the pilgrims coming to see? What does it mean for the people who prayed to him, to Saint Sathya, and believed their prayers were answered? What does it mean for the church that has given people hope, fixed like a false star in the dark sky? If the people have reason to doubt the validity of the saints, can they doubt the church? Can they doubt the gospel, the word of God? Jesus Christ, dude. People must have suspected something odd over the years, Father. Suspicion is not proof, especially when no one really wants to know the truth. People have faith in spite of doubt. That is why I have worked to preserve the legends of our saints. You're preserving a lie. I preserved a lie to illuminate greater truth. God so loved the world that he gave his only son. If you believe this, if you truly believe this, eternal life is yours. And saints have walked among us, and their relics work miracles, and they hear our prayers and answer them. And the two that protect this town were never here. They don't need to know that, Andreas. He's so mad. There are times when God feels so far away from us in these mountains. But a peasant in Tassing can stand in a field, look over a valley and say, Saint Moritz was here. God was with us and he is with us still, and he will be with us always. And that is the truth, even if the legend of Saint Moritz is a lie. So many people have died because of what you've done, yeah. I know this is hard to believe, but I was trying to save lives to prevent death. How? But one murder didn't solve the problem, did it? Because one day Baron Rothvogel rode into town with another copy of Historia Tassiae. A copy he promised to give to the abbot so Kearsarge could come to terms with its past. And if Father Gernot read its contents, you would be facing the same danger you saw in Father Matthias. In retrospect, given how Father Gernot chose to run the abbey, my fears may have been unfounded. Yeah, the sentiment didn't prevent you from doing it again. You're right, it didn't. But then why Otto? Certainly he didn't have anything to do with Historia Tassiae. He couldn't even read. In the end, his murder provoked Peter and the others into destroying the abbey. I never thought that would happen. I underestimated Peter's anger and the peasants' frustration. So he killed him to prevent an uprising, but it caused it instead? Someone else killed him as someone else killed Baron Rothvogel. Oh! And it wasn't to prevent an uprising, but to stop him from showing people... Because I was like, so wait, did you kill everyone? But apparently not. Okay. What he found when he was helping to dig the foundations of the rat house. The wall of the aqueduct? No, everyone knows about the old aqueduct, so it wouldn't cause alarm. What he found was a stone head. The missing head of the statue in the meadow. Oh, okay. The statue at the shrine of St. Moritz. How did it wind up over there? The most likely culprits are rain, floods, and time. Blacktail told me that farmers find old tools and pottery in the fields every year. Yes, and this head remained hidden for centuries. It sat in the soil until Otto found it. And he was going to show everyone that God had favored the town with his discovery. What Otto could not know is that our shrine statue was not of St. Moritz, because Otto could not read the words chiseled across the helmet, Mars Pater. But the man he entrusted with this information, the town priest, could. Yes. And you told him to meet you on St. John's Eve at the rat house. You're gonna let him destroy our town's beliefs. And you had poor Sister Amelie write down what you told her were visions she couldn't remember, and deliver them in the dead of night to Guy, to Hannah, to Martin, so that one of them would murder Otto just as someone murdered Lorenz. What about my father? Yeah, who did that? I'm sorry, Madeline. I've lived next to him my whole life. So it was him then. None of this was easy for me. I always thought I was doing what needed to be done. Was it because of the mural? Yes. Oh my god. Klaus pursued the project with the determination of a guilty man doing penance, and kept digging and digging for answers about Tassing's past, Kearsarge's past. I was afraid that sooner or later he would find out about Moritz, Satya. This place, everything. So he tried to kill him. No, I tried to scare him. First with a note, but he ignored it. I thought if I ransacked the workshop, it would scare him off. I didn't expect him to come down so quickly. It was just an accident. It wasn't an accident. You almost killed him. I know. So what are you going to do now? Kill me? Kill Madeline? No, of course not. I have neither the means nor the will to do so. But even if I can't stop you from telling people what I've done, I can stop them from finding this place. What are you doing? Burying the past. Even if it destroys the church above us, I'll make sure no one ever sees this place. Stop him. Father, you're going to kill us all, you're going to kill Amelie. Then leave and take her with you. You can tell the townsfolk what you want, but if you stay here, we'll die together. Yeah, you really kill yourself and destroy the church just to hide the secret. I mean, yeah. Churches can be rebuilt more easily than faith. I'm willing to pay the price for that. Guys, like, oh my god. Well, now you're all fucked. Father! Go! Yeah, but take Amelie! Like, she's just mentally ill. Well? Holy shit. Are you alright? How's Sister Emily? She's still out, but I think she's fine. They must have heard that at the Golden Hand. The entire church collapsing. What an awful way to end a beautiful... Of course. What are we going to tell them? What do you mean? about this, about everything. Why wouldn't we just tell them the truth? For the same reason Father Thomas hid it. So we should reward what he did, all the people? You can't be serious. Yeah, you can't be serious. I don't give a shit. I know I'm not of a healthy mind, but just listen to me. What good will it do to tell everyone about Saint Maurice and Saint Satya? Maybe Father Thomas was right about that and nothing else. Maybe we'll break their faith. I think he's wrong. I think people here have enough faith to hear the truth. Yeah, they deserve to hear the truth. You know them better than I do. Especially since I've been away for so long. Came back after all this time to solve this, but it's hard to feel like we actually accomplished anything. Are we any better off than we were this morning? Father Thomas won't be able to hurt anyone else. That's true. Maybe he never would have. I think you're right. We should tell them about the saints, the Romans, all of it. I hate that doing the right thing feels so awful. No, we're telling. I'm sorry. I am too, but I still think it's what we need to do. Then we'll tell them. Good. We should get Sister Amelie someplace warm. We can take her to my house. It probably has some explaining to do. A lot, I think. It's been a long time coming. I'm glad you didn't die in that fire. I am too. I think. We should head back. Lead the way. Don't say Merry Christmas. The thing is, I got this a little bit spoiled for me before. When I was looking up another thing, like way back. But, yeah. It's still kind of shocking. Oh, Madeline, you made it back. Andreas and Sister Amelie and I all made it back. Sister Amelie? Was she in the church? I heard a terrible din and the house shook. Din? Is everything alright? Our neighbors probably think the world is ending, so it could be better. Are you alright, Dad? Yes, I'm sorry. Just tired. Sit by me. Tell me what happened. It started in the rat house, well, the rat skeller. Do you know the back wall was part of the old Roman aqueduct? Huh. So we went into the aqueduct. The section we found must have been closed off for centuries. We found an old Roman bathhouse. We couldn't go through, so we found our way down to a level under the baths. I think Andreas said it was a hypocaust. Hypocaust? Andreas got separated from me. I was really afraid I lost him, that we both gone lost down there. But then I heard his voice off in the distance. I was so relieved. Dad? Oh no, he died! Are you still listening? Oh no! Oh. Yeah, he did. Andreas must smell even worse than anyone else would at this time. Because everyone was smelly at this point, right? In this, like, point of time. In this era, what do you call it? But Andreas must be even smellier. Holy shit! Well, I guess I finished the game, at least. So that's something. I'm gonna finish it off stream. Like, before, if Jesse manages to start before I manage to end it all. I know it's hard. I mean, I can only imagine how hard it is. But we will all do our best to make you feel welcome when you get here. It's strange to think this will probably be the last letter I send to you. So I will end it with my love. Esther. Madeline? Yes? I'm sorry to disturb you, but I want to let you know that everything is in order. Baltas has ensured that all of the financial matters will be handled. The money will be forwarded to you via the Reichspost as soon as everything is settled. I appreciate it. Please thank him for me. And don't let him forget his commission for the work. As a representative of his bank, it would be remiss of me to do so. I do not know your father well, but I know that he was well regarded by everyone who spoke of him. Seems that Tassing has lost many things in one man. I'm very sorry. Thank you. Oh, give me a second. Okay. Good fortune. good fortune to you, Jesus. So I guess we're going to Prague then. Hi, Gertrude. Are you sure you have everything you need, Madeline? I think so, thank you. I made you something to take with you on the road. It's chamomile, cinnamon, and wheat flour. You're traveling and you're having cramps. I know, I'll use it. Well, Hildegard's recipe just called for chamomile and wheat flour. I added the cinnamon for taste. I'm so sorry about what happened to your father. Thank you. Mother Francisca had us all say prayers for him, and for you as well, when she heard you were leaving. Really, this is so sweet. Please thank her for me. I will. We'll all miss you so much, Madeline. Yes, I'll miss you too. God bless you. Safe travels. So I guess it's like saying goodbye to everyone. Madeline, I can't believe you're really leaving. I'll miss you all dearly. The boys will miss you more. Yours at least. Oh, don't tease him. I think he's really having a hard time of it despite appearances. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. He'll get over me soon enough. Maybe, but you're a special girl, Madeline Druckerin. I understand why you're leaving. God knows you have good cause. But Tassing won't be the same without you. Safe travels and God bless you. So if I've said before, I'm wondering if I said different things. Like, oh, I'm gonna stay. Like, I want to stay. Would they have said? Oh, hey, Max. That's... I'm really sorry about your dad. He was always nice to me. My mom says he was a good man. He was a good dad. But thanks, I should get going. Max! Magdalene. Sure you don't want to marry me? So that the load of bitter sorrow lies having. It's a little late for that, don't you think? Right. I just didn't want to spend the rest of my life wondering if I should have asked. You know? Look after your mother, Utz. Aw. Who are you? Good morning, Mrs. Drucker. Are you off soon? Yes, Father, just saying my last farewells. Of course, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to know you or your father, God rest his soul. Yeah, because like, who are you? I am too. Don't let those bohemians put any heretical ideas in your head. Once their pernicious seeds take root, they can choke the faith right out of you. I don't know, Father. I've heard they have some interesting ideas. Alright, young lady. Just because I'm new to here doesn't mean you should tease me. God bless you, Father Elias. God bless you in your travels. Yeah, let's talk to Amelie. God bless you as well, Sister Amelie. Are you leaving today? I am. I'm just heading up to the mill in a bit. I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I know, it's alright now. No, your home was destroyed. True, and your church. But I have lost my home before. I will find another. It is strange, though, standing in the line after all these years. Thank you for helping me. Do you know what you'll do now? Will you become an anchoress again? I don't know, honestly. Father Elias is trying to help me, but I need to learn to rely on my own judgment a little more. It's going to take a long time to atone for my part in what happened. Perhaps the rest of my life. You were tricked, we all were. Even so, I must make amends. I'm writing an account of what happened here, as well as I can remember it anyway. If it is not enough to earn forgiveness, I pray that it will at least illuminate this history of great darkness. Good, it's worth remembering. God bless you, Sister Amelie. God bless and keep you safe on your travels, Madeline. I guess I'm going up to the mill then. Elsie. Madeline, this is it? It is. Time for me to leave. Good, get out before this cursed town swallows you. Tassin will bring you nothing but anguish and misery. I say hope one day you'll find a path out of your sorrow. God willing, though I am doubtful. Stay safe on the road, these are still dangerous times. We'll be fine. Look after your family. Paul, Anna, your grandkids will need you. I'll do what I can. They are what little I have left. Without them... Never mind. Godspeed, Madeline. Oh, it's Andreas! Oh my god! He got like a haircut and stuff. Are you sure I look alright? Of course, Andreas. You look perfectly respectable. You're a little worse for wear, but a good sight better than you were. It was kind of the women to help clean me up. I'm afraid I've forgotten how to look after myself. Some would say you took care of yourself quite admirably. How many men here could have survived in a burned-out cellar for the better part of 20... It was 20 years?! Holy shit. Subsisting on our discarded rye, no less. I'm sorry about that. Andreas, we already told you it's alright now. Magdalene. Hello, Magdalene. Are you off soon? Hello, yes, I'm riding with your flower to Mittenwald and then down the Isar. I'm sorry to see you go, Madeline, but I hope Prague is everything you dreamed of. If it's half the city Esther describes, I'm sure I'll love it. It was a wonder the last time I saw it. You have a chance to make a life of your own there. God knows I've squandered so much of mine. Use the time you have and use it well. I will. I don't know how, but I will. I wish you could have seen it, Andreas. I know. You would have loved it. I hope so. Madeline, if angels carried him down to bear witness, the heavenly host would have wept at it. That's kind of you to say. We all need words of encouragement, and besides, it's the truth. Madeline, I wanted to ask you something about the mural before you go. I thought it was supposed to cover the whole wall. Why did you leave a section blank? For the future. Unless history is going to stop in Tassie the moment I roll down the road. That makes sense. I think your wagon is about to leave. Oh, it is. And Holly feels like long enough time. Thank you for everything you did for me, for my family. God bless you, Andreas Mahler. So we did turn out to be a good guy in the end, though. I see Jesse started. I'm just gonna finish this. I mean, to be honest, there's no one watching anyway, so... Are you alright? I'm lost. That's alright. So, like, people, like, just go over to Jesse's. I won't raid. You're welcome to stay with us for as long as you need. Besides, you can't leave yet. The children require your expertise. Oh? They're up on the walkway. I'll have supper ready when you're done. Just remember that you're always welcome in our home, Andreas. Thank you. So now we're Andreas again. Wait. Okay, maybe I will stop then. Because I thought it would just like be like, oh, we're done now. Kind of. Isn't that Caspar's hat then? Am I... Oh! Okay. So I guess it is done now. Oh, it's a mural. Oh, it's dope. I'm super into this game. Oh, sorry, Samantha, there's no Discord. Oh, well, there is one, but it's invite only for now. That's okay, you didn't know. Also, welcome. Hello. Sorry, I just finished the game. But I'm glad I finished it. I am a bit blown away by the ending. I think it was a good ending, but it was not worth all the extra time I spent on it, I will say. But it was a good ending. This is a good game. It's just way too long. Like, the art is great, like, where there is music and singing and stuff, it's super great. It did manage to actually be scary in a lot of places. Yeah, Dave, I did it. But I am relieved I'm done with it. But it was a good ending. It was actually, I felt like, oh, like, this is cool. I just, yeah, they could have shaved off like 5 hours of this game though, not gonna lie. But, like, all the writing has been good. and all the history stuff, I don't know anything about it, but with all the I assume facts in this, they must have done a lot of research. Like, you can tell that they spent time on this game, you know what I mean? It's a very simple looking game, but it's all in the writing. And frankly, I mean, I guess the animations and stuff. Because it is really good looking. Oh, we'll see what happens with Madeline now. Like, they couldn't have made this voice acted with all this. I mean, this game can only exist in this way because there isn't any voice acting. I'm sorry, did they burn him? Okay, now we're seeing what happened with all the people, I guess. Oh, there's Werner. And Chris. Oh, the hand of St. Moritz. The hand. Oh, he was called Müller there? Because it says Mahler in the game. But yeah, this is definitely a dope game. Just way too long, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Can I skip? I assume nothing else is gonna happen. Yeah. Well, I did it. Jesus, it took a while though. Oh my god. I'm glad I finished it. I'm super glad about that though. But yeah, Jesse's light, right? Yep. Oh, it says tabletop RPGs? Oh, no, it says Parasite. That was weird. Yeah, because Jesse has some fucking annoying parts coming up, let me tell you. Like, the hospital, if you think that's annoying, whoo! Hold on. Just, Jesse. I have to, like, I don't want to backseat Jesse, but since I've been, like, replaying it, I went to a place, and I forgot that you get to a place where there's just a boss fight, and it's just gonna happen, you can't do anything about it, like, you get stuck there, so it's incredibly important that he saves, like, a different save file in a specific place, because you can't, like, soft lock yourself there, like, if you don't have, you know, you don't have enough ammo, you don't, like, you can just fuck yourself over there. You can just, like, no, I can't play, like, I can't finish this game, like, at that point. And I forgot that. I remember that when I got to that spot and was like, holy shit, I have to go back and redo stuff because I cannot finish this boss fight. Yeah, he still has ways to go, but yeah, I definitely have to warn him because, yeah, that's the... Because, oh god, the game is not nice. The game just, like, it gets so difficult. So, I don't want to backseat him, but I will be like, Jesse, you should save in a different save file here. And be like, you should think about this. You should definitely have a lot of ammo here. And, like, you may not be able to do this otherwise. Because it's, you know, it's a PS1 era game. It is not forgiving in any way. Because this game, like, if you thought it was difficult before, ooh, it's gonna get even more difficult. Jesus Christ. Like, the damage it does at the end, like the bosses, oh my god, it's so ridiculous. like a boss can like pick you up and do like 400 damage, and I'm like, okay, that's not great. So I'm like, oh yeah, I have to warn him. But yeah, like there's, I think everyone's over at Jesse's already. So I won't raid. I'll just go over there. But yeah, he has some fucking annoying parts coming up. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like those parts about Parasite Eve is, there's like, he has a sewer level coming up that's just like a maze. And it's not really worth it to go through it all, but you can find like one super tool in it, which is kind of great to have, and it's like the only one I found during my playthrough. So, because that means he can move perks from one weapon or an armor to another one. And you want that. You do want that. Because there are only so many super tools in the game. I think there are like... there's less than 5. There's probably like 3. Not even that, maybe. There probably just is like 1 or 2. So yeah. But it is just a maze. Or like, it's a grid. Like, everything looks the same. And it's just like a corridor going down. And then you have like... it's crossroads, you'll see it. But yeah, so I'm just like, oh, I forgot about this place. This place sucks. So yeah, he has some really fucking annoying parts coming up, sadly. But he will get to fight a T-Rex, though. So, no one tell him. I mean, I already told him before, I guess. But yeah, I'll be back with more Final Fantasy VII tomorrow and finish... I assume I can finish Integrate tomorrow? Because it's such a short kind of thing. And then I'll get on Ghostwire Tokyo, I guess. I had to buy Game Pass again today, so I have a month to finish it now. Because I'm not buying it again next time. Like, I think it's worth it, but if I don't need it, I don't want to spend the money on it. So, I'll rather just buy a game if I want it. But yeah, so, see you tomorrow. Unless something happens, which I don't think it would. Yeah, Deeps, and now also we were talking about Mass Effect, right? Because that's also on Game Pass now. I saw they added it. So, Mass Effect is quite easy to get through as well. Just can like sit back. It's kind of a chill time. It's just great. But that's also, I played so much Mass Effect. Okay, there you go then, Deeps. That's even better. Mass Effect 1 is definitely, it hasn't aged well, like mechanically, I think. I don't know if Legendary changed that much about it, because playing the original, it was a bit clunky, for sure. So, But like 2 and 3, even the old version, I don't know if they changed anything. They're still fine, anyway. But it's just 1 that I'm just like, ooh. So. But yeah, okay. Thanks guys for showing up. Hope is the last thing that leaves us, as we say here now. Yeah, I'm actually gonna go make some Japanese fried chicken now because I'm hungry. Oh yeah, right, Deeps, you said. Yeah, because that's the thing with Mass Effect. You can't really put it down, I guess, because it's so story driven. So if you like put it down for a long time and then try to get back into it, it's gonna not be great probably. Because it is, the whole good thing about Mass Effect is the story. So if you then like check out of it and then try to come back in the middle of it, that's gonna be a bit jarring. So I don't think, you do need to play it through. But it, you know, like everything, it's a time investment. But hey, Deeps, like I said, if you want Parasite Eve, I can hook you up. It is, like I said, it's a weirdly short experience unless you want to read everything, which you, like, that's the thing, I don't. So me just playing through it has been like, it just took me a few hours yesterday. And I'm almost at the end, I think. Because the game is basically made for you to play over and over again, to like get weapons and upgrade your shit over and over again. Yeah, it is very fun. It's, like I said, it's very unintuitive at times, and it's quite punishing and difficult. Especially like towards the end, like holy shit. It's definitely not a perfect game, but it is one of the classics. There's a reason why people like it so much. It's just a cool, like, old game. And that's for me saying that, I think that because I didn't like scary games at all. Not that I would classify Parasite Eve as scary now, but like back then, you know, when I was like 10, 11, I would definitely have like thought this was scary. But I played this over and over and over again. And with me, even me struggling with all the knowledge I have of Parasite Eve, and even me like struggling because I like forgot that, oh, this boss fight is just gonna continue. Like, oh, you think you did this boss? Fine, there's another one coming. So, and you have no rest period in between. So good luck with that. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, I should probably tell Jesse that he can soft lock himself pretty bad here. So he needs to save in a different spot. So like it does shit like that all the time. Or like at the end, it's like it would just like throw several bosses at your like faces, which is normal, but the first boss is it's too difficult to begin. Like it feels like, oh, this is it, you know? But it's like, no, there's another phase. And it's like, oh, but I used all my medicine for this fight. What the fuck now? So yeah. But yeah, it's made to be replayed. That's the thing. So the first playthrough is always like it's really like the first playthrough is like it is difficult, but it's also because when you play it again the next time it's not going to be more difficult, and you will have your old shit, you will have your weapon, you will have your armor of your choosing, so you can just bring that over to your new save, and the difficulty stays the same. So everything's just difficult to start out with, I think. So yeah. And then they open up the Chrysler building and everything. But yeah, like I forgot how difficult it became. I was like, oh god. Like I reached that. I was like, oh, I gotta do the whole hour I played over again because I made a bad choice for my weapon. Like, oops. So yeah. But yeah, it's a fast experience if you're just pushing through and not reading anything. It's like, I don't know if it's taking me like 4 hours. And I'm much further along than Jesse is. But yeah, if you want to read it, it's gonna take a while. But yeah, highly recommend. But yeah, Deeps, just tell me if you want it. I want to spread the gospel of Parasite Eve to everyone. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye.